Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Comedy and quiz on a Sunday with episodes of The Adventures of Archie Andrews, the CBS Radio Workshop in the Case of the White Kitten, the Jack Parr Show, and Dr. IQ. And we'll wrap it all up with a visit to Pine Ridge and see what's going on with Lum and Abner and the Black Pelican. That's all coming up on this Sunday. This is the 13th day of July, 194th day of the year, 171 days remaining. The draft riots protesting unfair conscription in the Civil War began on this date in 1863 in New York City. In 1865, P.T. Barnum's American Museum, which had featured Tom Thumb and the original Siamese twins Chang and Eng, destroyed by fire. In 1923, the Hollywood sign officially dedicated in the hills above Hollywood. Now, it originally read Hollywood Land, but the last four letters dropped after renovation in 1949. The Battle of Kursk, the largest tank battle in history involving some 6,000 tanks, 2 million troops, and 4,000 aircraft, ended on this date in 1943 in German defeat. In 1973, Alexander Butterfield revealed the existence of the Nixon tapes to the Special Senate Committee investigating the Watergate break-in. It was on this date in 1977 a 25-hour blackout hit New York City, engendering widespread rioting and looting.
Several New Yorkers in the area right here are directing traffic in Midtown Manhattan. I guess it was their lifelong fantasy. It has now come true as they're directing traffic 54th and 6th. It's most interesting to see people keep the traffic flowing. We remind you, if you're directing traffic, make sure you've got a good, strong flashlight with you. It's a very generous and kind thing to try to do. Police will probably be replacing you as quickly as is possible. If you're wondering when was the last time this was happening, it was November the 9th, 1965. That was when we had the last blackout. November the 9th, 1965 was the day of the great blackout. We understand that some store window models have been stolen. That's obviously for those who were out on the street and they couldn't find a girl. I don't know why they would steal store models. I have no idea if Ron Lundy was last seen going down 54th with a model. But this is true, and we would say this. The looting, the police are being most patient and kind. But that's why Commissioner Cott has urged all off-duty policemen to please report back as quickly as possible. Now, we have just contacted Con Ed. Needless to say, they're really harassed tonight and do not have time to really talk with us. They say, first of all, yes, all 5 boroughs, yes, Westchester. However, there are reports of scattered power coming back on, like in Brooklyn. There is reports of some power coming back on, only briefly, though, in various places like Brooklyn, and to no extent, so do not be misled. Con Ed says that this power outage is going to last for at least several hours. It started at exactly 9:29:30. That was the time of the complete blackout here in Midtown Manhattan. Over 7 million people are without power. And one great thing about the blackout is it equals us all. There ain't none of us different. We will all suffer. We will all sweat. And all of our air at extra dry will fail tonight, I guarantee you, as the air conditioning does not come back on.
That was a WABC disc jockey you might recognize for his later sports television show, the George Michael Sports Machine. That audio from Wayne Sandifer and MusicRadio77.com. Now, these people were attending a Boz Scaggs concert.
All of a sudden, the lights just went out. I thought it was part of the concert. I thought it was part of the show.
And in 2 seconds, the lights should have gone on, and they didn't. And people started screaming. Then they started calming people down, and then they made an announcement with one man screaming on the top of his lungs, saying, "The lights went out in New York City." Everybody started going hysterical. People were getting up. People were screaming. People were clapping. It was wild.
Now, the only neighborhoods in the city of New York that were not affected in southern Queens, neighborhoods of the Rockaways, which were part of the Long Island Lighting Company system, and the Pratt Institute campus in Brooklyn, which had its own historic power generator. In 1985, Vice President George Herbert Walker Bush became the first vice president to become acting president when President Reagan underwent surgery to remove polyps from his colon. Bush served as acting president for about 8 hours. In 1985, on that same date, the Live Aid benefit concert took place in London and Philadelphia, as well as other venues such as Sydney and Moscow.
Good morning, children of the 80s and others. This is your Woodstock, and it's long overdue.
Joan Baez. Well, it was on this date in 1994, Jeff Gillooly, sentenced to 2 years in jail, ordered to pay more than $100,000 for his role in planning the attack on skater Nancy Kerrigan. Before he was sentenced, Gillooly apologized.
I realize, of course, that an apology coming from me rings hollow, but I was sorry after the act was committed, and I'm sorry now.
And what was supposed to cement Tonya Harding as a victor in the U.S. Skating Olympic skating, became a footnote. Just like that. It was on this date in 2016, Prime Minister of the UK, David Cameron, resigned, and he was succeeded by Theresa May. After a 5-day search on this date in 2020, the body of American actress and singer Naya Rivera recovered from Lake Piru, where she drowned in California. Rivera passing away at a very, very young age. And it was on this date a year ago today, President Trump, injured in an assassination attempt while speaking at an election campaign rally near Butler, Pennsylvania. The attempted assassin shot and killed. I will tell you that date made a difference in our radio station here. For a very, very long time, we had used a number of news organizations to keep our listeners informed, and they had never been the major news organizations. We had always used companies such as USA Radio, which is, as most of you know, that's where this program lived for a very long time. And we also used the Salem Radio Network's Town Hall News service. They all failed that day. We very quickly moved to CBS, where in every incident, not only did we have multiple news updates available to our radio station, but they gave us much more accurate and took us all over the world. They made it possible. And whereas Salem has not changed, USA has made efforts to change, but they are still nowhere near the level of what we are getting from CBS. And the beauty is, we have the ability now to go all around the world on a moment's notice to take our listeners where news is happening. And for a news station, a news talk radio station, that's critical. At least it is to me. We talked to the folks at Fox, and they could not offer us what CBS does. So those who say we went to a left-wing network, well, here's what I'm going to say. The left-wing network lets us make right-wing news, if you want to put it that way. Okay, passing away on this date in history, the delightful Red Buttons. He was a TV host, he was a DJ, he did the song Desiderata. Les Crane passing away on this date. Yankees owner George Steinbrenner passing away on this date. From Glee, Corey Monteith passing away on this date. The wonderful, delightful Richard Simmons passing away on this date. Richard Simmons passing away on this date last year. And passing away on this date a year ago today from 90210 and Charms, Shannon Doherty. Birthdays on this date include the man who had a storied career in radio and then went to television, hosted the Today Show. Dave Garroway, born on this date, and a man taken from us way too soon, a wonderful disc jockey, a fine actor, Bob Crane from Hogan's Heroes, and he was a great DJ and did lots of interviews on his radio show as well. Back when he was doing his DJ show, he even played the drums. So there you go. Bob Crane, born on this date in history.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
He still works on Jeopardy to this date. Johnny Gilbert, 97 years old today. Wonderful announcer. Sir Patrick Stewart, 85 years old today. Harrison Ford, 83, known for a whole bunch of different roles.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Get off my plane.
Harrison Ford, 83 today. The Byrds, Roger McGuinn is 83 as well. Cheech Marin of Cheech and Chong fame, 79. Frenchie in both Grease and Grease 2. Dee Conn, 74. Barbara Mandrell's sister, Louise Mandrell, still making the music at 71. Film director and writer Cameron Crowe is 68. The voice of SpongeBob, Tom Kenny, is 63.
Hooray! The new spatulas are here!
Could you imagine being 63 and telling your grandkids, yes, kids, I'm the voice of SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants. Tom Kenny, 63. He's making a lot of money for it. I can't knock it. From Community, The Hangover, and now The Masked Singer show, Ken Jeong is 56. He came into wrestling as the Lightning Kid, then became the 1-2-3 Kid, now best known as X-Pac. Sean Waltman, 53 years old today. Canadian R&B singer Deborah Cox is 51, no relation. From Arrow and Teen Wolf, Colton Hayes is 37. And the grandson of Steve McQueen doing well in the industry, from The Vampire Diaries and Chicago Fire, Stephen R. McQueen is 37. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 13th day of July as their birthday. And if this is your birthday...
We baked you a birthday cake.
If you get a tummy ache and you moan and groan and woe,
Don't forget we told you so. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Make a wish, dear, and blow out the candles.
Here they go.
Gotta love the Stooges, we do. Okay, we'll get going here with Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with an episode of The Adventures of Archie Andrews, Bob Hastings, the star, from 79 years ago, July 13th, 1946, stranded on a desert island.
Daily, the broadcasts of Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia strike through the Iron Curtain, bringing the truth about the free world to the captive peoples behind it. Help send a message by giving to the 1952 Crusade for Freedom.
We roll on this Sunday edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox and an episode of Bob Hastings as Archie Andrews in The Adventures of Archie Andrews, a much calmer Riverdale than you see these days. This was from 79 years ago, July 13th, 1946, stranded on a desert island.
Hello?
Hello, Jughead. This is Archie. Come over right away. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie. Relax.
Yes, and you relax too, folks, if you can, because here he is again, right out of the pages of Archie Comics magazine with all his gang, Archie Andrews! Our story today begins with, well, where does any story begin? A difficult question to answer, but perhaps this story begins with a fly. Yes, an ordinary, pesky, buzzing fly. It seems Mr. Andrews was taking a nap on the front porch one sunny afternoon. And there was this fly, circling around and around and around, until finally it landed right on Mr. Andrews' nose. So, Dad slowly raised his hand and slapped himself right on the nose. At which point, it was the misfortune of another friend of ours to enter the scene, a fellow by the name of Archie.
Oh, you gotta love me in the morning. Yes, yes, and love me every night. 'Cause a good man nowadays is hard to... Hiya, Dad!
Archie, for gosh sakes.
Oh, gee, Dad, did I do something wrong?
Archie, can't you see that I'm trying to sleep?
Oh, I didn't know that. I just wanted
And if there's anything I hate, it's being awakened from a nap.
Oh, but Dad,
Do you care that I work hard all week and now on Saturday want to rest for just a little while?
But, Dad,
you
I only
stomp
come in...
all over the place, screaming at the top of your lungs. Archie, it's high time you were taught some manners.
But gosh, Dad, all I did was
I want you to
come
go
in
out
and
into the backyard and stay there.
What?
You
But
heard
Dad,
me. I want you to spend the rest of the day in the backyard, alone. Then maybe you'll be considerate of other people.
Oh, but Dad,
Archie!
Yes, Dad.
Go ahead.
Gee whiz, okay. What chances a fella got?
Fred. Oh, Fred.
What now?
Fred, I couldn't help overhearing that. Don't you think you're being a little severe with the boy?
I most certainly do not.
But, Fred,
Now,
all he
Mary,
did
don't you realize that what I need is peace and quiet? I'm tired, I'm weary, worn out.
But why take it out on Archie?
I am not taking anything out on Archie.
Why, boys leave home for less reason than that.
Leave... Archie?
Well, he might.
Now, Mary, stop dreaming. You know we'd never be that fortunate. Me? Oh, I'm going to sleep.
Hey, Archie. Hi, Jug. What's the matter? Jughead, I'm despondent, that's what. What did you do now, Archie? Jug, all I did was walk up to my father and say hello. And you know what he said?
Scram.
Exactly. He said... Jug, how did you know?
That's what my father always says.
Well, this time, Jug, I've had enough. Yes, sir, I've made up my mind.
Gee whiz, what are you gonna do?
Exactly what my father said. I'm gonna go away, that's what. I'm gonna go far away. In fact, I may never come back. Well, Jug, what do you say to that?
Goodbye.
Jughead, I want you to come with me.
Who, me?
Yes, you. We'll go to some island and live like Robinson Crusoe.
Oh, but Archie, I can't...
Archie! Hi, Jug. What you doing, Archie?
I'm making some plans, Betty. Plans to go away.
Go away?
Yes, Betty, and... Oh, before I go, Betty, there's something I want to ask you.
Yes, Archie.
Betty, would you...
Yes, Archie?
Well, that is... Could you...
Yes? Yes?
Gosh, I don't know how to say it.
Oh, go on, Archie, go on.
Well, Betty?
Yes?
Would you lend me your thermos bottle?
Archie Andrews, you're hopeless. But
all I want is
yes,
your
you can borrow the thermos bottle, but if you want it, come around to the delivery entrance. Goodbye.
Oh, gee whiz, now what did I say? Jug, I tell you, I'm glad we're going where there won't be any women. In fact, I can't wait till we get there.
Archie Andrews.
Oh, of course, there's no sense rushing things. Gee. Hello, Veronica.
Hello, Archie. What you doing?
Veronica, I have some bad news for you.
Really?
And I know it'll hurt you, Veronica, but be brave.
Yes?
Veronica, I'm going away to a lonely island.
My goodness. But, Archie, before you go...
Yes, Veronica?
Stop at my house, Archie.
Yes.
I'll lend you my portable radio. Well, I gotta run now. Bye, Archie. Bye, Jug.
Gee whiz.
Jug, I tell you, the more I see of women, the less I understand them. I tell you, I'm glad we're going to live like Robinson Crusoe.
Yeah, but he never had thermos bottles and portable radios.
Well, yes, but there's no sense overdoing it, you know.
Did you want to see me?
Yes, Andrews, I did. Beagle is my name. J.P. Beagle of the law firm of Beagle, and Beagle.
Glad. I'm very glad to know you, sir.
Well, I might as well get right down to business, Mr. Andrews.
Yes, by all means.
Now, it is my unpleasant duty to inform you that your uncle, Ezekiel Q. Andrews, recently passed away and left a sizable will.
Well, that's wonderful. I mean, he did. Oh, poor old Uncle Zeke.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I gather your uncle was somewhat eccentric.
Oh, he was as batty as well, yes, he was a little eccentric.
At any rate, he left a rather strange will.
Oh, really?
Yes, very strange. In fact, nobody gets anything.
What?
That's right. Your uncle made all his money with a chain of cafeterias.
Yes, I know.
And in death, as in life, he wants people to help themselves.
I don't understand.
It's simple. Your uncle left a list of eligible heirs. These heirs can have whatever they want of his property. They have one choice each. All they have to do is turn up on his property and claim what they want. The money, the mansion, the jewels, or whatever.
Oh. Yeah, I see.
First come, first served, but all claims must be made by 10 o'clock tonight.
Tonight?
Now, that's the deadline. After that, all unclaimed property goes to the Australian Foundation to provide pogo sticks for tired kangaroos. Is that clear?
Clear? Oh, yes, it's clear. Yeah.
Very well. Good day.
Oh, just a minute, Mr. Beagle. I might as well go along with you and make my claim right now.
Oh, that reminds me. There's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Oh, yes?
Your uncle disinherited you.
Well, that was nice of the old fella to disinherited me. But he couldn't. I mean, he wouldn't. I mean, he has no right.
However, he did include your son in the list of eligible heirs.
Archie?
That's right. So if your son appears on the Andrews estate by 10 o'clock tonight, he may claim whatever he wants.
Oh, well, in that case, everything's all right. I'll call my son and be down there in 5 minutes.
5 years, Archie? 5 years?
Sure. Or maybe we'll stay here for 10 years. I like this island. Lots of peace and quiet.
But 10 years is a long time.
Well, what's the matter, Jug? Don't you like our new home?
Well, the rent is low enough, and it's a quiet neighborhood, all right. But don't you think there's too much cross ventilation?
Jug, don't be silly. I see no reason why we can't stay here forever.
I do.
What?
We forgot the food.
Well, what difference does that make, Jug? We can always... The food! Jughead, I told you to take the box of sandwiches.
I forgot.
Oh, well, never mind. As a matter of fact, Jug, I'm glad we forgot the food.
Glad? Why?
Because it gives us a chance to prove to ourselves that we're self-sufficient. Prove it to our egos.
Archie, I'd much rather prove it to our stomachs.
Now, Mary, the main thing is not to let this thing upset us. Not to let it upset us. After all, people inherit things all the time.
Yes, dear. Fred, would you like vegetable soup with dinner tonight?
And we have to remember that, after all, I was the first one notified by the lawyer.
Yes, dear. Or would you prefer cream of mushroom soup?
Archie, we'll be home any minute now, and we'll just go down and make our soup. Claim.
Yes, dear. Well, maybe vegetable soup would be best.
Yes, the main thing to do is just to keep calm about this, Mary. I know it's difficult here. I know it's a strain, but try, dear. Just try.
Perhaps chicken soup.
Chicken soup. Mary, how can you talk about soup at a time like this?
Fred, for pity's sake, what are you so nervous about?
Me? Nervous? I'm not nervous, Mary, but why doesn't that boy get here?
Well, he'll probably be home any minute, dear.
Yes, he'll be. Just let's be patient. The main thing is to keep calm. Keep calm.
Fred, where are you going?
To find that boy, Mary, if I have to turn over every stone in Riverdale.
Any luck yet, Archie?
Be patient, Jug. I'll catch a fish any minute now. Yes, sir, this is the life. Just sit here and catch our supper. Oh, can't you see it, Jug? 2 juicy lake trout simmered to a crisp golden brown. So fresh, they'll melt in your mouth. Boy, how I love fresh lake trout.
Archie, right now I'd sell for a stale goldfish.
Jug, don't be so silly. Don't you realize that nature is bountiful? Why, we're living just like our forefathers did.
Yeah, and they're dead.
Jug, will you stop being funny? I'm bound to catch a... Jug, I think I got something. Oh. Yeah, I got one. Look at that rod bend.
Hang on to it, Archie.
Yeah, I am. Weighs a ton.
Keep reeling, Archie, keep reeling.
Well, I am. I hope that rod doesn't break. Gee whiz, it feels like a whale.
Don't think I couldn't eat one.
Here it comes, Jug. Here it comes. Gee whiz. How do you like that? An old tire.
Yeah. And not even Robinson Crusoe would eat that.
Why, Betty, what brings you over here? Oh, nothing special, Veronica. I just don't have anything to do. Neither do I. I'm glad you came over. Did you hear about Archie? Yes, I did. In fact, he borrowed my portable radio before he left. Gee, said he was going to stay away a long time. Uh-huh. But personally, Betty, I don't really care. Neither do I. Sometimes Archie makes an awful nuisance of himself. Yes, he does. In fact, it's refreshing not to have the boys around for a change. I was just thinking the same thing. I'm sure we can find many interesting things to do without them. Of course we can. Well, there's any number. Oh, my goodness. What is it? This package on the table. Archie must have left it here. What? Oh, it's the sandwiches. The boys forgot the food. Really? Veronica, I've got an idea. Yes? Let's go over to the island and take it to them. Oh, Betty, that's a wonderful idea.
Hello?
Mary, this is Brad.
Oh, where are you, dear?
Downtown. Has Archie come home yet?
No, haven't you found him?
Found him. Mary, I think that boy has vanished from the face of the earth.
Well, Fred, go over to some of his friends' houses. Jughead or Betty or Veronica, and ask them. They're bound to know where he is.
Mary, I already tried that. I can't even find his friend.
Really? Well, maybe they went to the movies. There's a murder mystery playing.
Oh, now, Mary, how can I find anyone in a movie?
Remember the inheritance, dear.
Yes, but Oh, all right, Mary, I'll look at the movie. I'm in a good mood for murder anyway.
Archie, let's go home.
Maybe you're right, Jug. We can start our outdoor life tomorrow. Oh, we better hurry up before it rains.
Archie, I think our outdoor life starts right now.
Why?
Well, while you were catching old tires, our rowboat sort of drifted off. Sort of.
Oh, darling, can it be true? Can it really be true that this glorious love is ours? Tell me, darling. Tell me.
Archie! Oh, Archie!
You seem so restless, darling. So uncertain.
Archie!
Tell me, what is it you're seeking?
Me? Oh, I'm just looking for my... Oh, you weren't talking to me. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
You know, darling.
Archie!
Sometimes I feel
Archie! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking for my son.
Hey!
I'm sorry. I'm only looking for my son. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Was that your foot? It's so dark in here. I couldn't...
Hey, what's going on here?
I'm looking for my son.
Where'd you lose him?
Well, he was right under the... No, I didn't lose him.
Cut out the noise or I'll have to throw you out.
Yes, no, yes, sir. I'm terribly sorry. I'll be very quiet.
Well, see that you do.
Yes, sir. I'll be quiet.
Darling, must you leave so soon?
No luck at all, Fred.
Mary, Houdini in his prime couldn't have disappeared more completely than that boy has.
Oh, but Fred, it's getting late. We'll lose our claim on the will.
Well, don't worry, dear. I'm going to take desperate action.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'm going right down to the local radio station and try to get them to broadcast a plea for Archie to come home.
Uh-huh.
And Mary, if that doesn't do it, nothing will.
Archie.
Yeah?
Raining, isn't it?
Jughead. For gosh sake, kid, snap out of it.
But I just
Take it easy, old man.
I only said
I know how the jungle gets under your skin. I know how the sound of the tom-toms drives men mad. But Jughead, old man. Remember, England.
Remember it? I've never even been there.
Don't cast civilization aside, Jug. The rainy season will soon end. The tropical suns will shine again.
Archie, do you have malaria?
It's not easy. I know it's not easy. Spending all this time on this island, never seeing another white man, never.
What do I look like?
I mean someone from the outside world.
Well, you wanted peace and quiet.
Yeah, but this is going too far.
Well, we could turn on the radio.
Gee whiz, that's a good idea, Jug. Yeah, turn the radio on.
Okay.
Boy, I'm sure glad you thought of that, Jug. That's just the thing to cheer us up. Yes, sir, a radio is sure a wonderful invention. No matter where you are, it brings entertainment and relaxation right to your side.
We interrupt our regular schedule to bring you a special broadcast. This afternoon, a boy by the name of Archie Andrews disappeared from this city.
And all the latest news. What?
Gee whiz.
A complete search has failed to disclose his whereabouts.
Oh, gee whiz, they're looking for me.
May we urge any listeners who know the whereabouts of Archie Andrews to communicate with this station. When last seen, he was wearing gray trousers, a green sweater, and a silly grin.
That's you, all right.
But gee whiz, I'm not missing. I'm right here, right here.
Now, in the event that the boy himself may be listening to a radio somewhere, we present his father, Fred Andrews, with a special stirring message to his son.
Thank you. If my dear boy is anywhere within the range of my voice, I would like to say this to him. Archie, if you know what's good for you, get home in a hurry.
Get home in a hurry, but how?
I don't care how you do it. If need be, call a taxi.
Oh, sure. Jug, see if there's a taxi out on the lake, huh?
But, I repeat, Archie, it is urgent you return home at once. I think you understand.
Thank you, Fred Andrews. We return now to...
Understand? I'll say I understand. There ought to be a law against radios on desert islands.
Well, Mary, we might as well face it. The inheritance is gone.
Oh.
And Archie will be home whenever he gets good and ready. Wherever he is.
Oh, dear. What a shame.
Yes, it is a shame. Money, riches, luxury. Who knows what we might have had? Gone. All gone. Oh, now what?
Andrews, we want to see you.
Hello, Lodge. Mr. Cooper, Mr. Jones. It was nice of you to drop in, but I'm in a little trouble, and
I'll say you're in trouble, Andrews. We just heard your broadcast.
Oh, did you? Well, I've been on the air before, you know, so naturally
Andrews,
I didn't have any...
where is my daughter?
Your daughter? Why, she's probably... What? Your daughter?
Yes, and Jughead and Betty.
Oh, Jughead. Betty. Oh, now, Luke, how should I know? I have trouble enough finding Archie. I don't know where Jughead
Oh,
and
is
Betty...
that so, Andrews? Well, you listen to me. That boy of yours is a menace to this town.
Oh, yes, I
was a little worried about where those kids were, but since I heard your broadcast, I know Archie is at the bottom of all this.
Oh, no, just a minute. I mean, what can I do about...
And let me tell you this. If you don't get these kids back home quickly and safely, I'll have the law on you.
The law? The law?
Yes, there is a law against kidnapping, you know.
No. Wait. Look, Lodge, and the rest of you can take my word for it. Jug may be with Archie, but I'm positive they haven't even seen Betty and Veronica.
There's something moving out there.
Gee whiz.
Quick, get your gun.
Archie, I don't have a gun, and you know it.
Well, I can dream, can't I? Gee whiz, there it is again.
Archie, do something.
Don't worry, Jugger. I'll handle this. Just leave it to me. I'm not afraid. I'm not scared at all. It's probably just a squirrel anyway. Hello?
Hello?
See, I told you it was just a squirrel.
For a squirrel, that sure sounds like Veronica.
Well, all squirrels sound like... Huh? Veronica, is that you?
Is that you, Archie?
Veronica, for gosh sake, where did you come from?
Oh, we've been here for hours.
And Betty!
Gee whiz.
Oh, boy, am I glad to see you kids.
Oh, we're glad to see you too, Archie. Yes, it was awfully scared out there in the woods.
Well, don't you worry for a minute. Everything's okay now. Everything is fine.
It is?
Sure, Jug. Don't you realize we're rescued? You came over in a boat, didn't you, Veronica?
Yes, we did, but...
Well, then we can go home right now. Oh, boy, will I be glad to get...
Archie.
Yes, Veronica?
Archie, we have a boat.
Yes.
But we lost both our oars.
All right, Andrews, what are you going to do?
No, people, please. I'm sure we can settle all this peaceably.
Go ahead, Andrews. We're listening.
You're listening, yes. Well, now, all we have to do is...
Yes?
Well, what we could do is we could... No, that wouldn't be so good, would it? Now, just a minute, Lodge. I'll have it in just a minute. What we should do is we should all organize, and we could all go out and... That wouldn't be so good either, would it?
Andrews, in just 30 seconds, I'm going down to the police station.
Oh, no, the police... pardon me. Hello? What? The Row Your Boat Company? Now, look, no, I don't want any boats. What's that? He did. My son rented the boat. When? And he hasn't returned it. Well, look, yes, don't worry. I'll pay for it. But just tell me one thing. Did he say where he was going? Mister, that's all I wanted to know. I'll be right there.
Has anything happened, Archie?
Lodge, that I don't know, but I can say this. Something is certainly going to.
We better think of something, Archie.
Yeah, we can't stay here. My father's going to be awful angry.
Young man, that is an understatement if I ever heard one.
Gee whiz, Dad, is that you?
Gee whiz.
Well, what are you doing here?
Archie, before you go any further, I want to tell you that I intend asking all the questions. I thought of some nice ones while I rowed across here in the rain.
But, Dad, we were just coming home in Veronica's boat and...
Veronica? Oh, Veronica and Betty here?
Yes, Mr. Andrews, we're here.
Archie, I'm going to have something... Who was that?
Hello there.
Gee whiz, more company.
For a deserted island, this sure resembles Grand Central Station.
Do you people know you're trespassing?
Oh, Mr. Beagle, is that you?
Andrews, well, I see you made it.
Made what?
Don't you know?
Now, Beagle, this is no time for riddles.
You mean to say you don't know that this island is the property of the late Ezekiel Andrews?
What? You mean we're on Uncle Zeke's property?
You certainly are.
Oh, my gosh. Mr. Beagle, what time is it?
9:59, Mr. Andrews. In just 1 minute, all this property will belong to the Australian Foundation
Oh, no, it won't, Beagle. Oh, this is my son, Archie.
Hello.
And since he's one of the eligible claimants, he claims this island as his property. Don't you, Archie?
Dad, if I never see this island again, it'll be...
Archie, for gosh sake, say yes. We haven't got time now.
Yes, I claim this island.
There.
Well, Andrews, I mean, this is a little irregular.
Oh, no, the will says the claimants must appear on the estate before 10 o'clock and make their claim in person, and we did, didn't we?
Well, yes, I guess you did.
Yeah.
All right, Andrews, you now own Green Island as your share of your uncle's will.
Green Island, yes, sir. Well, it's not what I had in mind, but it's better than nothing. Make a wonderful summer place, for one thing. Yes, sir, fine summer place. Eh, Archie?
Then you're not angry, Dad?
Angry, son? Why? What is there to be angry about? Oh, by the way, Mr. Beagle.
Yes?
Just how did you get over here anyway? I thought I took the last boat at the dock.
Boat? Boat? What? Why, don't be silly, Andrews. I walked across the bridge on the other side of the island.
What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?
Fred, I said wake up, dear. Wake up. You've been asleep for 2 hours.
Yeah? No, sleeping? Oh. You mean that it was all oh.
Yes, dear, you had a wonderful nap.
Oh, Mary. The next time I fall asleep and take a wonderful nap, will you do me a favor?
Yes?
Wake me up.
Listening to another chapter of The Adventures of Archie Andrews, written by Carl Jampel and based on the copyrighted feature appearing in Archie Comics magazine. Archie is played by Bob Hastings, Jughead by Harlan Stone. Others in the cast include Alice Yearman, Ian Martin, Gloria Mann, and Rosemary Rice. Felix McGuire at the organ. Production was under the direction of Charles Urquhart. And now back to Archie.
You know, Dad, it was a peculiar coincidence you're dreaming about Uncle Zeke this afternoon.
Oh, was it?
Well, yeah, we just got a letter from Uncle Zeke today.
Oh, really? What does he say?
Oh, just that he's broke again and wants you to send him $10.
Listen next week for more of the merry adventures of Archie Andrews. If you'd like to see our show, just write to Archie Andrews, NBC Radio City 20, New York City. Let me give you that address again. Write to Archie Andrews, NBC Radio City 20, New York City. Or if you live nearby and are in the neighborhood some Saturday morning, you may obtain tickets right at the studio. Just ask to see Archie Andrews. And now this is Bob Sherry wishing you a very pleasant weekend. So long! This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Yes, The Adventures of Archie Andrews was a 9:30 Eastern Time show coming out of New York City. Bob Hastings would later go on to be on a still another comedy show. He would become part of the McHale's Navy Gang. So there you go. 79 years ago, July 13th, 1946, Archie Andrews here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. No Smucker's jelly, just a white kitten. We'll talk about that in a moment as we listen to an episode of the CBS Radio Workshop.
Do you know how old the school building in your community is? If it's over 25 years old, the chances are that it's woefully inadequate. Join with the groups in your community working for better school conditions. Remember, better schools build a stronger America.
Well, here in Ely, Nevada, our schools, our elementary and middle school buildings are over 100 years old. We just got the ability to get the funding for it, so maybe another 5 years or so, but those schools will hopefully go out of service, we hope. I mentioned Smucker's Jelly. With a name like Smucker's, it's gotta be good. If you grew up hearing that commercial on television, you know the man who said it, Mason Adams. And he stars in this episode of the CBS Radio Workshop from 69 years ago, July 13th, 1956, and the case of the White Kitten.
The CBS Radio Workshop, dedicated to man's imagination, the theater of the mind. According to Funk and Wagnall's Desk Standard Dictionary of about 83,000 words and phrases and 1,200 pictorial illustrations, a mystery is something unknown, unexplained, or incomprehensible in its nature. The definition could add that nobody likes a mysterious situation indefinitely, including the police, whose job it is to make the unknown known and to apprehend the incomprehensible. And so it is tonight that we present George H. Faulkner's story of a mystery. It now can be told. The Case of the White Kitten. Our scene, a police station in the suburbs of a large city, possibly the city of New York.
My name is McGonagall. I ain't a cop. I'm a police officer, duly sworn to uphold the laws of this state, be they good or be they lousy, such as they may be. Now, once upon a time, there was a small white cat or kitten which it got lost. Said small white kitten or cat which it got lost.
Hey, McGonagall, what is this? Who are you talking to?
Subside, Brennan, and get your chin off in a desk rail.
Oh.
Now, once upon a time, there was a small white cat or kitten named Blanche, which means white in French, Brennan.
Well, how would you know, talking to yourself?
Why, according to secret but recently declassified files of the Shorefield Township Police Department, 3rd Precinct, this here now small white cat or kitten was 3 months old when first apprehended in 1954, 2 years ago. Previous record, none. Occupation, cat. Color, white. All white, including the ears.
Sergeant McGonagall, you are positively nuts.
Brennan, I am not nuts, not whatever. I am testing, just testing, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, woof. Testing.
Testing what? And don't woof at me. I scare easy.
I'm trying out the new tape recorder, this thing.
Oh, another gadget. What's it for?
For the convenience of duly elected public officials and for the confusion of the criminal classes. Especially drunken drivers.
How so, for instance?
Well, for instance, suppose you pull in a drunk in a brand-new fire-make sports car for speeding down 25A under the influence of intoxicating libation.
Oh, no, not me. No, not no foreign-make sport car.
Right, no. You are. Make it a 1938 Rio. All right.
Yeah.
So, you dragged some poor square-type drunk in here, falling over your feet as usual. We invite this lush to read the Gettysburg Address into the gadget here, and, brother, it tells on him. No. Or suppose, for instance, the Honorable Charles A. Peabody, Justice of the Peace, supposing he wants to record one of his bad jokes for posterity.
Yeah?
He just presses a button, he talks into this, and then press another button, now listen.
Hey, what in the world is that?
That is you going backwards, which is what you are usually doing.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
And you see, we got to go backwards before we can go forwards again.
Huh?
All right, here we go. Now, listen, boy, just listen.
Now, yeah.
Once upon a time, there was a small white cat or kitten which it got lost. Said small white kitten or cat which it got lost. That's you.
Who are you talking to?
Subside, Brennan, and get your chin off in a desk rail. Now, once upon a time, there was a small white cat or kitten named... You know, maybe I don't talk so good after all. In French, Brennan.
Well, how would you know, talking to yourself?
According to secret but recently declassified... Yeah, but I got a very nice deep voice. The Police Department, 3rd Precinct.
Yeah.
This here now small white cat or kitten was 3 months old when first apprehended in 1954. That ain't so bad, is it? Previous record, none. Occupation, cat. Color, white. All white, including the ears.
Sergeant McGonagall, you are positively nuts.
Brennan,
Fred, me pal, do I sound like that?
For your sins, Patrick Brennan, you do.
Oh, no.
And so do I. And all at the taxpayer's expense.
Yeah, but what's all that stuff about a cat?
I'm telling a story, Pat, into the machine. On account I gotta learn how to operate the thing.
A story?
Yeah. A mystery story.
Oh, like in the movies.
Movies. The movies wouldn't touch it. This story probes too deep, Pat. It lays bare the human heart.
Honest? Really bare?
I don't know. I haven't sold it yet. Now, let me see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. And once upon a time, there were 3 small trees. A, B, and C. All 3 trees aforementioned are guaranteed to contain chlorophyll, sap, bark, and buds, which are waiting for the springtime. And behind the 3 trees, let me tell you, there are 3 houses. A, B, and C. Said 3 houses are all alike. But said 3 houses are not all together in a row. Scattered they are all over Hillside Manor, which it ain't got no hill and not so much manners, but it is now in Precinct 3 for better or worse. On paper, Hillside Manor looks like this on a map here behind my desk where I'm pointing, see? Police think, get that, Brennan, police think that the cat or kitten in question came from approximately here through an open kitchen door. And it is surmised by police that at on or about this point, the poor little feline was scared stiff by a large Airedale Terrier known to frequent the neighborhood after dark with evil companions. So what does she do? She hightails it out of there to about here, approximately, where she sits down to sort of think, near House A, here. Our reconstruction of the circumstances can now proceed only by way of conjecture. And you, Officer Brennan, would kindly note that beautiful expression. Police think the youthful cat may have been alarmed once again by this. Which has been known to scare the pants off anybody since they give up steam whistles on the railroad. She couldn't know it's just the commuters getting home worried like her. So she winds up here at House C, all tucking out. The back porch looks familiar. Very familiar. And inside House C, there's the Curtis family, just Joe and Louise. Very nice people of Curtis. They're sort of educated, but no children.
Dear.
Yes, just a second, darling. Oh, what is it, Joe?
First sign of spring in newsletter, believe it or not. You ever hear tell about skunk cabbage?
No, I haven't, and I don't think I want to.
First sign of spring out here says so.
Oh, spring. Why, it's only February, February what?
February 21st.
Spring.
Did you listen to this? Mm-hmm. Up and down the northern shore, our first harbinger of spring, now visible, is Symplocarpus fetidus, the common skunk cabbage, which, as Thoreau put it, sees over the brow of winter's hill.
Mm-hmm. Thoreau said everything.
Just about. Mm-hmm. Well, the editorial goes on. This lowly, rank, and stinking member of the lily family possesses, in lieu of beauty or pleasant scent, a remarkable hardiness, and the property of increasing its interior temperature as it forces its bud through the chilly crust of February. Like a species of green fire, it literally burns its way up out of snow and ice to find the sunlight.
Attaboy, cabbage. Find me some sunlight. Oh, continue, Joe. Don't mind me.
Yes, well, with the air at 59 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature in the interior of a nascent?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a skunk cabbage.
Well, where was I? With the air at 59 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature in the interior of a budding skunk cabbage has been found to be as high as 123 degrees, 25 degrees above blood heat, and 64 degrees higher than the surrounding atmosphere.
Well, now, what do you know? Hot diggity. There's more, I hope.
Yes, it ends with a poem in praise of the skunk cabbage.
What?
Yep, I'm not kidding.
This is in the newspaper?
It's a good newspaper. Intelligent.
Honestly.
Listen. All hail to Symplocarpus, the harbinger of spring. Inside his leafy carcass he boils like anything. Although he doesn't smell so sweet, this fen-side fellow yearns to break the ice and be complete. And as he yearns, he burns. Not snow, nor rain, nor gloom of night can stay his hot desire. Let's learn from him and warmly fight to lift ourselves up higher. For we... Louise, you're not listening.
No, I was listening to something else.
Well, what?
Joe, be quiet. Listen. Oh?
Cat. The neighborhood is cat full.
Oh, it's right outside our door, I'm sure. I'm going to see.
Louise, I don't like cats.
I know you don't. Just skunk cabbages.
They kill birds.
Not if you put a bell on them.
Skunk cabbages?
No, nature boy. The cats. Oh.
Beat up on your own head, Louise.
Dear. Come in. Oh, look, isn't she a darling? Just a little stray kitten, but white all over.
Well, kittens I can take, but they grow up into cats. Any color, they get to be cats.
Oh, poor little thing. She must be starved wandering around in the snow. Here, Joe, here, you hold her a minute while I heat some milk.
Me hold her?
Yes, here, now, she won't bite you. Oh, listen to her purr. Oh.
Nice kitty. Nice kitty. Yeah, maybe you are. Where are you from, Miss Cat? Catalina? Catalonia? Catskills? Kitty Hawk, maybe, huh? Hey, you left your motor running, Miss Cat. Does your mother know you're out?
All right, Joe. Here's the milk. Now, here, put her down.
She likes it here where she is on my shoulder. She's a happy cat.
All right, but she must be hungry.
Well, we'll see. Milk, Miss Cat?
Oh, look, what did I tell you?
She's hungry, all right.
What are we going to do with her?
That is indeed the question, seeing that we already have 1 cocker spaniel, 1 parakeet, 24 tropical fish, and 15 dependent chickadees outside the window.
Mm-hmm.
Louise.
Yes, Joe.
Could we keep her?
No, we couldn't.
No, I guess we couldn't. Lonely as we are. What I want to know is, where did she come from? Well, she's lonely, too. Like the tree out in front.
So much for House C, the Curtises, which are stuck with the cat. At this point, we, the police, were baffled.
Police ain't even ever heard of this here cat yet, Sarge.
That's why we of the police were baffled, Brennan. I am telling the story in introspect.
What does that mean?
It happened 2 years ago. Do I hold your interest, Brennan? Do you wish to know more about this cat or kitten?
No. But I like to watch the recording machine go round. It fascinates me in a mild way.
So don't ask questions. We proceed now to House B, 62 Haberdasher Lane. People name of Benson. The Bensons are just moving in. There's Dwight D. Benson, aged 10 months, wet or dry. Clark Benson, 10, and Gregory Peck Benson, 8, are upstairs in the expansion attic, which is not finished, walking the open floor beams, which we have to warn kids around here not to do all the time, lest they should maybe fall through the ceiling. Downstairs unpacking are Miss Gloria Benson, 12, with Mrs. Greta Benson, housewife. Here comes Mr. Benson, Woodrow W. Benson. Woody is carrying in a bed. He is very large.
Greta!
Yes, Woody?
Where you want the youth bed?
Upstairs.
Well, there ain't no upstairs, only the attic. No floor up there, just beams. Expansion, it says.
Oh, I keep forgetting. No cellar either. I tell you, Woody, tote it upstairs to the expansion attic and put it down crosswise on the floor beams. We'll figure it all out later. Okay?
Okay, manager. Up we go. Evil!
Mommy?
Huh? What is it, child?
Blanche. Where's Blanche?
The kitten. Oh, good heavens, did we bring her?
Sure we did. I held her myself all the way in the car.
Woody!
Yeah?
Did we bring the kitten?
Sure, I saw her here just a couple of minutes ago in the kitchen.
Oh,
I'll call her.
All right.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, Blanche.
Don't go too far away, dear.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Hey, you tired, Greta?
Yes, I am, and sort of lonely.
Oh?
Oh, so many houses. Like one big apartment house, only spread out all over the land. With one tree in front of each house.
Homesick for the Brooklyn flat already, huh?
Oh, no, but we don't know anyone around here. I feel lonely, Woody.
Well, in 2 weeks, we'll know 20 people. Sure thing.
Oh, I hope so, Woody. I hope so.
And so we pass by logical deference to House A, the home of Mr. and Mrs. Richard Andrews, with tree. I guess we'd have to say there isn't much hope here. Not just now. There's Mr. Andrews and a doctor.
Doc?
She may have waited too long, Mr. Andrews.
But I told her. I kept telling her if she got one of them spells, she should call you.
Well, your wife probably will recover. Tomorrow will tell. By tomorrow evening.
Yeah. Can I see her, Doctor?
No. The nurse is in there. It's lucky I sent for her. Now, you just take it easy.
Easy? Easy? Angela and me, we've been married 25 years. Kids are all gone away. We're alone now.
I know. Well, I'll be here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I advise you to go to work as usual. There's nothing you can do. Now, where can I call you, if necessary?
The pet haven over on the turnpike. Stray dogs and cats. It's the animal shelter. I run it for the Kennel Club.
Well, I'll phone you there tomorrow. And, Mr. Andrews...
yes, Doc?
That whiskey bottle, put it away. It can't help you. Or your wife. You know that.
Yeah.
Don't disturb your wife, please. The nurse knows what to do. Good night.
Night, Doc. If Angela were to... no, I won't think about it. I must not think about it. What do you want?
We lost our kitten, mister. Over back there. A white kitten. Did you see a white kitten, mister?
No, I didn't. Get out, you brat. Alone. All alone. I can't live all alone.
Leaving the three houses, A, B, and C. Hey, Brennan.
Yes, Sarge.
Wake up. Did you ever try to get any person to adopt a stray kitten? Don't answer, because take it from me, it can't be done. Either persons have got a cat, or they wouldn't have a cat, not at no price. And so kittens is a drudge on the market. In Hillside Manor, we got definitely a surplus of cats. Of course, there is only one sensible thing to do, which people should learn, but since when did people learn?
Since when?
They didn't. Except the Curtises. They phoned me, and I entered one loss and found White Kitten right in the blotter. And when we changed shifts on the desk, I handed the blotter over. Over to you, Brennan. Remember? Only 2 years ago?
I refuse to answer on advice of counsel unless somebody should kick me out of my job.
Don't worry, Brennan. With you gone, who would listen to me? Nevertheless, the Curtises called me up like good citizens about this here homeless cat. And not 5 minutes after I had wended my homeward way, there were you reading a comic book where Mrs. Benson comes in here to the station house. As I reconstruct the conversation...
Ma'am?
We just moved in on Haberdasher Lane, and our phone isn't connected yet.
So, ma'am?
Well, has anybody called up about finding a stray white kitten? It's my daughter's kitten. We like her very much.
No, ma'am. Not tonight. Not yet. If you'd leave your name and address, we get an awful lot of kitten trade.
Time passes, which is habitual. Next afternoon in front of the Curtis residence.
Sure, I know it's sensible, but since when have we been sensible people?
Now, Joe, we've got to think of the kitten. What's best for her? The police have had no calls. I phoned the pet place on the turnpike early this morning, and the man said he knew a photographer who wanted 2 white kittens for an advertising picture.
Yeah? What happens then? Does Miss Cat here get to go to Hollywood, maybe? A stand-in for Marilyn Monroe?
Oh, I don't know. All I know is we can't keep her, and this is the best thing to do. Well, it's a good thing it's Saturday. I just couldn't take her myself.
Okay, let's go. Poor Miss Cat. Over the hill.
Come in, come in.
Mr. Andrews?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, what you got?
This little white kitten. I gave you my address and phone number this morning. I told you that
Oh,
we...
yes, I remember. Hey, Elwin. You want to leave you're going to leave the cat. Elwin,
Well, yes.
come in here. Bring the cat box.
Hey, what is this?
You want to have to get rid of the cat? You give him to Elwin here with the box.
But this box...
When you sign the papers, you pay me $1, and that's all there is to it. Now, I find him a nice home and take care of the cat and get him the best home, and the crazy man, the photographer...
Louise.
Fellow that
Yes,
wants
Joe.
to
We are not putting this cat in that box.
should
Besides, this man is drunk. Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Now, just a minute, please.
At this point in the pursuit of police duty, it became necessary for me to take a personal interest in the case of the White Kitten as follows. Mrs. and Mr. Curtis?
Yes. Won't you come in, officer? Oh, Joe, this is Mr. Curtis.
Evening, sir. Pleasure indeed.
Evening, officer. What can we do for you? PBA? Tickets for the ball?
No. Well, due to the inefficiency of a subordinate on my staff...
What was that?
On account of Patrolman Brennan is so dumb... I see Mr. Curtis has got a white kitten on his shoulder.
Yes. Anything wrong with that?
No, but according to information we of the police have recently received...
Oh, I'll get it, dear.
You get out. Joe, it's that awful Andrews man.
Andrews?
Mrs. Curtis.
Joe,
Oh,
Joe.
no. Mr. Curtis, please, let me explain.
Now,
I'm
just a
sorry I was drunk, sir.
You sure were. What are you doing here now?
It means my job. I can't afford to lose my job. You must listen.
We're listening people. Come in.
I don't know how to tell you. My wife, Angela, she's sick. She's terrible sick. I couldn't take it. I was waiting for the doctor to call, and there wasn't anything I could do at home. So I went to work. The doctor said I should. I couldn't sit still, not, waiting. I had to. Oh, please. I had to.
Oh, Joe.
Here, officer. You take the cat.
Sure. Oh, come here, kitty. Come.
Mr. Andrews, my wife and I have discussed reporting your conduct to the people you work for. We don't like to do things like that, but in this case...
Hey,
we
look
felt
here, I
probably
know Mr. Andrews. Curtis, he's all right.
He may be all right in your book, sir.
Please, that call may be for me. I had to come here, but I left word with Dr. Walton. You don't mind if I answer the phone, please?
No. Go ahead. You might as well.
Yes. Yeah, this is Andrews. Doctor? Oh, thank God. Thank God. Yeah, I'll be right back. Angela, she's my wife. She's better. Much better. She's not going to die. She's not. Angela.
Good heavens, more people?
Mrs. Curtis?
Yes?
This is my husband, and this is Lord.
Pleasure, Missy. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, friends and good people, if you will kindly take chairs, I think we can clear up this case in an inimical fashion.
Hey, who are you?
I'm a police officer.
So I notice. Well, go on. Don't let me stop you.
I don't think you could, sir, if you wish to do so. Would you wish to try, pal?
I might, pal. I might. This here's our cat. The cat my daughter's got. That's our cat, that there.
That there, sir, is your cat if and when I choose to say so, and not before.
How come you can say whose cat is whose cat around here?
Because I represent the law in Hillside Manor, 3rd Precinct. This, sir, is my life work.
No, wait a minute, you two. Officer, it seems clear that the cat must belong to... I'm sorry, what was your name?
Benson.
Benson? Yes. The cat must belong to the Bensons because you can see she knows their little girl.
The cat does not as yet have an owner. Not officially, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, but I don't understand.
Not until I say so officially.
Then why don't you say so?
Because this citizen has chosen to make an issue of my authority. I do not permit my authority to be questioned.
But, Mr.
Or fluted.
Greta, would you mind if I socked this copper in the jaw?
Now, look, you
He
say
wouldn't
it,
be the
please.
first one to...
That would be necessary.
Wait a minute!
What?
Just a minute, I said. Nobody is going to sock nobody in the jaw in my living room. That is not what living rooms are for. Not primarily. This little girl has a cat, and possession is 9 points of the law.
Yes.
Not in the 3rd precinct.
And besides, in addition, a cat has 9 lives, and that makes everything extremely legal. Can't we settle this without any right hooks? How about it, officer?
I do not actually wish to engage in fisticuffs over and above a cat or kitten.
How about you, Mr. Benson?
Woody.
Well, all right. So it's okay, officer. You win.
Very well. Officially, the cat is yours, ex post facto, or from here on in.
Look at it.
Officer, what I don't understand is, how did you happen to come here to our house?
On account of Blanche.
Nope. On account of that flatfoot Brennan, my colleague, ladies and gentlemen, what ain't got hardly any little gray cells. But it's otherwise okay. Had Pat Brennan been able to put 2 and 2 behind each other last night, police would have thrown out a what do you call it?
A dragnet? No!
Yeah, and we would all have been spared the sad spectacle of Dick Andrews' distress.
Oh, well, I'm all right now, Fred.
And it is thanks to Mr. Andrews that police were able to solve this case.
Really?
Having sobered up somewhat late this afternoon, Mr. Andrews called me, which is always a sensible thing to do in these parts. So, to look up the White Kitten or cat in the headquarters blotter was but the work of an instant.
All's well that ends well. Could I offer you people some coffee? Mr. Andrews? Oh, I'm so sorry about this afternoon. I can't tell.
Not as sorry as me, ma'am. It was the first time. But I think I better go home now. The doctor said I could see Angela.
Oh.
She's going to get well.
I'll see you.
Oh, well, we're glad for you. We'll do it some other time.
Poor little guy. They're very lonely people, folks, the Andrewses. Awful lonely. They're sort of left over.
Well, not anymore, they won't be. We'll see to that. How about it, Mrs. Curtis?
You bet, Mr. Benson. But now, will you folks have some coffee?
Oh, sure, you must have. Sure thing. It's good to know somebody around here.
All of this happened 2 springs ago. In the meanwhile, nature has happened like always, and the kitten Blanche has blossomed out into glorious feline womanhood, providing further kittens for the Bensons, the Curtises, the Andrewses, and each and sundry throughout our charming community. And so we leave the 3 families, A, B, and C. And that's the end of the story, Brennan. End of the tape.
That's a mystery story. When nobody got sapped or knifed or shot up or even kicked in the stomach? What's the mystery?
Everybody lived somewhat happily ever after. That's the mystery, Pat. That's always a mystery. Just a second. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Oh, right away, ma'am. Hey, Brandon.
Yeah, Fred.
94 Candlestick Makers Lane. Dog has got a white kitten up a tree. Get down there on a double, Pat. Life continues, which is also habitual.
You have been listening to the CBS Radio Workshop and the Case of the White Kitten, written by George H. Faulkner, music by Charles Paul and directed by Ira Ashley. Featured in the cast were Audrey Christie, Kenny Delmar, Barry Kroger, Ed Latimer, Arlene Blackburn, Don Briggs, Lynn Loring, Bill Smith, Frank Milano, and Mason Adams as McGonigal. This is Bob Hite inviting you to join us again next week when Hollywood will present Sarah Churchill in Portrait of London, a personal recollection. The CBS Radio Workshop is produced in New York by Paul Roberts. America listens most to the CBS Radio Network.
This is how tight budgets had become at the time. Half of the shows were produced in New York, half produced in Hollywood. That's where they had the great actors. They had a lot of good actors in New York City as well, but the name actors were out of Hollywood. And, of course, getting them was next to impossible unless it was a pet project of theirs. Mason Adams was still in New York at the time. 69 years ago, July 13th, 1956, the CBS Radio Workshop here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. A rare comedy block this time around on this Sunday. We'll get back to crime and drama on the next few days, although we will have a comedy slipped in here tomorrow, because we'll have our crime, The Adventures of Philip Marlowe, the Dear Dead Days from 1951. Also, Escape from 1949, The Drums of the Fore and Aft, a 1938 episode of Calling All Cars and The Man Who Talked. And we'll have an episode, the opening episode, of The Stan Freberg Show, the final real big production comedy show of radio's golden age. The Tuned Sheep Chorus, and Freberg absolutely destroys Las Vegas, both metaphorically and metaphysically, in the incident at Los Barrosis. Tuesday, we'll have the Screen Directors Playhouse production of Yellow Sky from 1949, Rogers of the Gazette, starring Will Rogers from 1953, Will Rogers Jr., I should say, a short-run show. Also, an episode of Call the Police, a summer replacement series, The Missing Murderer. The Casebook of Gregory Hood from 1946, South of the Border. On Wednesday, Dana Andrews and I Was a Communist for the FBI from 1952, Rich Man, Poor Man. Encore Theater from 1946, The Now Voyager. The Whistler from 1950, Attorney for the Defense. And an episode of Mr. President from 1950 starring Edward Arnold. Now, we'll also have coming up on Thursday some more Westerns, Have Gun Will Travel and Gunsmoke, both from 1960. We'll have an episode of Our Miss Brooks from 1955 and Granby's Green Acres from 1950, where Granby discovers electricity, and a 1953 soap opera, Hilltop House. Now, on Friday's program, we will bring you Presenting Charles Boyer, the screen actor in a summer series from 1950, The Mink Coat. Boyer agreed to do the summer series, and the main reason he agreed to do the summer series was so that it would possibly have exposure to get a sponsor. It didn't, and Boyer just did it for the summer, so didn't go any further than that. But it's a nice show, hearing how Boyer handled the summer show. We'll also hear The Adventures of Sam Spade on Friday, starring Howard Duff, the missing news hawk caper. An episode of Romance, Stage Door from 1944. Gene Hirschhold as Dr. Christian from 1945. And a 1946 episode of Challenge of the Yukon. On Saturday, more crime and some science fiction. We'll start off with Dragnet, The Big Bobo from 1955, Confession from 1953. There's one annoying thing about the show. Back in the 50s, when you were recording a phone call, you still had to have this obnoxious beep sound on the line so people knew they were being recorded. It's pervasive all through this show. Other than that, it's quite a good summer show. Also, Challenge of the Yukon from 1951, Tom Berry's return, and Dimension X from 1951, Dwellers in Silence. Now, what do we have on Sunday? We will have some Western adventure. Actually, what we're going to have on Sunday is a focus on 1958 with Frontier Gentleman, starring John Daner, Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad, and yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey. 3 episodes from a Sunday in 1958. And a 1950 episode of Somebody Knows, the summer replacement series for suspense. Well-acted dramas. Unfortunately, they kind of proved what people suspected. In the summer months, a lot of people did not listen to radio, or at least they weren't listening to dramatic radio. But the problem ended up being, if CBS had even given away one of those, then I think dramatic radio would have had a chance to survive. Just my unsolicited opinion. On Monday, a summer show, Wanted, that was probably about 5 years ahead of the technology. Wanted and the Man Everyone Liked. Calling All Cars from 1937, Alibi, The Big Story from 1948, and the CBS Radio Workshop production of a science fiction classic, The Green Hills of Earth. On Tuesday, we'll have Western Adventure with Fort Laramie and Gunsmoke, both from 1956, Roy Rogers from 1954 and The River of No Return, and Tales of the Texas Rangers from 1950, Apache Reef. And we'll cap it all up with the soap opera Rosemary. And then on Wednesday, in addition to getting back to Lum and Abner, we'll have an episode of Dangerous Assignment from 1949, The Man Called X from 1946, I Was a Communist for the FBI starring Dana Andrews, and The Canadian Crossfire, and we'll go back 89 years to Calling All Cars and The Corpse in the Shack. That's all coming up the week ahead here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, and of course, anytime if you want to support the show or learn more, you can find it all at classicradio.stream. Coming up next, more comedy with a fella you'd come to know later as a Tonight Show host. He hosted The Tonight Show and was the second prominent man to hold the role, Jack Parr.
Alert Americans will heed history's lessons. Throughout history, surprise has had a leading role in military disasters. Today, an enemy capable of surprise air attack could leave chaos in his wake. That's why you should be in the Civilian Ground Observer Corps, volunteering a few hours a week to guard our skies. Be a ground observer. Contact your local civilian defense office.
I can't believe I've gone this far in the program, and especially a comedy edition of the show, without mentioning that we are very, very fortunate on this Sunday edition of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox that Friday the 13th came on a Sunday this month. Now we're going to go back to 7 o'clock in the evening on Sunday, July 13th, 1947. In the NBC lineup, the Jack Benny Show was still there, except that on this night, because Jack was on his vacation, it was time for Jack Parr, and Jack was a Jack discovery. Jack was discovered by Jack Benny, and he showed his kindness very badly along the way. Let's listen to this, though. You'll discover that Parr was quite funny in this send-up of Children's Adventures show, the summer replacement for Jack Benny from July 13th, 1947, 78 years ago today.
Program presented by Lucky Strike.
American.
In a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. And
LSMFT.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Yes.
LSMFT.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And fine tobacco means real deep down smoking enjoyment for you.
So smoke that smoke of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike.
American. From Hollywood, Lucky Strike presents the Jack Parr program with songs by Trudy Irwin, the Page Cavanaugh Trio, Jerry Fielding in the orchestra, yours truly, Hy Averback, and starring America's new young humorist, Jack Parr.
Thank you very much. Hello, and to those of you affected by the rent control bill, welcome to the great outdoors. Well, it's nice eviction weather we've been having, isn't it? Everyone's getting a notice to move. New York City just gave Brooklyn 24 hours to get out of town. Of course. Thank you very much. Of course, veterans are right in the middle of the housing trouble. The veterans, you see, thousands of them are living in chicken coops But Congress has the solution. They've just appropriated $10 million to build new houses for the homeless chickens. Thomas E. Dewey is in the news this week, too. He's taking a trip across the country, which he says is non-political. He says he's not shaking hands with anyone or kissing babies. However, when he arrived in Oklahoma City, a set of twins fell out of his mustache. Yes, stay after the broadcast. We're working out together. Yes, the 1948 election is beginning to make news. There are so many men throwing their hats into the presidential ring that Mr. Truman would have enough to go back to his old line of business. It's a sneaker, I know. From England came news that Princess Elizabeth is going to marry Philip Mountbatten. I feel sorry for Phil. What good will it do him to wear the pants in their castle when his wife, of course, wears the crown? That was nothing. That's all right. Here we go. We're now on page 3. Never mind. It was nothing, really, just a week's work, that's all. I love you anyhow. Cesar Petrillo, head of the Musicians Union, is in the news this week, too. He might call a strike this winter, and I may lose the boys. If he does, Phil Spitalny is going to look silly waving a baton at 22 girls who are knitting. The solo number would be handled by Evelyn and her magic pressure cooker. And now, friends, before anything drastic happens, here is the Page Cavanaugh Trio. Page, Lloyd, and Benris. He's the one that keeps time. The boys are going to play with their hats on, just in case Petrillo makes a decision in the next 2 minutes. Fellas?
I wonder who's kissing her now. I wonder who's teaching her how. I wonder who's looking into her eyes, breathing sighs, telling lies. I wonder who's buying the wine for lips that I used to call mine. I wonder if she ever tells him of me. I wonder who's kissing her now. Kissing her now.
Well, friends, all over the country, people still report seeing the flying discs. Of course, there are people who still haven't seen any of them. I guess they're waiting for the 1948 models to come out. I'm not saying these flying discs don't really exist, but nobody living in Kansas City has seen them, and that's a dry state. Actually, the way the human mind works, people see just what they want to see. For example, a member of the Van Johnson fan club reported seeing a disc with freckles. I doubt that, personally, but... Now, today, in order to bring you up to date on the disc situation, we have arranged to get some first-hand reports from people who have actually seen them. Good evening, sir. What is your name?
My name is Harold Crumbney. My friends call me Crumb.
Well, your friends know you better than I do, I guess. What do you do for a living, Harold?
I work as a mechanic in a sardine factory.
A mechanic in a sardine factory?
Yeah, every 1,000 sardines I change the oil.
I see. Would you mind moving back a little? You're standing between me and the electric fan. Now then, Harold, can you give our radio audience a description of the disc you saw?
Well, certainly.
The length was, I would say, between, well, anyway, the color was sort of, it was darker than that. It was more of well, then the width, it ran anyway from, no, it was even wider.
Harold, how did you get all these details?
Simple, I marked them down.
Oh.
You see, I'm used to this. I see a lot of junk.
You've seen other things besides discs?
What are you talking? I've seen all kinds of phenomenons. The other day, for instance, I seen a sea serpent.
Well, a lot of people have seen sea serpents.
In their bathtubs? I'm in the tub, see? I turns on the hot water faucet, and out comes the sea serpent.
Out of the hot water faucet? You must have been amazed.
I sure was. He usually comes out of the cold water faucet.
Well, thank you, Harold Crumbney. It's been grand having you, and let's not do it again real soon.
Well, thank you. Hey, wait a minute. Ain't you going to give me a refrigerator?
I'm sorry we don't give away any refrigerators. This is an original type show, you know.
Well, then, how about a year's supply of something free? Anything.
We're not allowed to give away anything on this show.
Oh, yeah? How would you like a good punch in the nose?
I'm sorry, we're not allowed to accept anything either. Thank you and good night. And now, you saw one of the flying discs, madam.
Would I be here if I seen chopped liver?
I guess not. Would you mind telling us your name, please?
Clarice Shambles, Hillside 5413. If a man answers it's me, I got a sinus condition.
Now about these flying discs, Mrs. Shambles.
That's Miss.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How do you think I feel?
Now tell me, when did you witness this amazing sight?
Well, I'm sitting on the front porch last Saturday, about to shave my leg. I got 'em all lathered when... You see, all of a sudden, along comes a young man of the opposite sex. Hello, baby, he says to me, cool as you please. How would you like to go up on the roof and watch the flying discs? And so we go up to the roof.
What happened?
Nothing. The jerk shows me a flying disc.
Well, you haven't been of much help, but thanks anyway. Clarice Shambles, girl, nothing. And now you, sir, I understand you're a psychiatrist.
Yeah, that's correct. I am Dr. Heinrich Himmelstoss, known professionally as the Smiling Psychiatrist.
I'll remember that if I ever have a brain to trade in. Now, about these discs, Doctor.
Discs? Are you joking? I am a psychiatrist. This whole thing is a hallucination. I have studied the situation very carefully.
You've done some research?
Oh, yeah. First, I am looking through a telescope. Then I'm looking through a microscope. And then, for good measure, I am going to a burlesque.
And what were your conclusions?
The scientific explanation is mass hysteria induced by emotional insecurity leading to schizophrenic tendencies in the subconscious portion of the cerebellum. In other words, people is nuts.
Doctor, does that mean that people have too much dementia in their precox?
Precisely.
Well, there's just one thing I don't understand, Doctor. You say you spent time looking through a telescope, and yet you didn't see any discs.
Well, I'll tell you. I took my telescope up on the roof, and I looked around, and I did see something.
Then it might have been a disc.
I'll let you know. I got a date with her for next Tuesday night.
Lucky Strike presents The Man Who Knows. The independent tobacco expert who knows from his own experience at the auctions what kind of tobacco is bought by the makers of Lucky Strike.
At 57, American.
What kind of tobacco do the makers of Lucky Strike buy?
Lucky Strike presents The Man Who Knows. The Tobacco Auctioneer.
Mr. Dewey Huffines of Reedsville, North Carolina, has sold over 150 million pounds of tobacco. He recently said,
"Season after season, I've seen the makers of Lucky Strike buy tobacco that's mild, ripe, and mellow. Fine tobacco that tastes good and smokes good. I've smoked Lucky's myself for 29 years.
Yes, the man who knows. Experts like Mr. Huffines can see the makers of Lucky Strike consistently select and buy that fine, mild tobacco. Remember,
LSMFT.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, and fine tobacco means real, deep-down smoking enjoyment for you.
So smoke that smoke of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
Well, friends, now that vacation time is here, visiting relatives are again in season. You've all had them. They usually drop in on you for the 4th of July weekend, and before you know it, they're helping you decorate your Christmas tree. All visiting relatives have one thing in common. They bring their children. You know what your relatives' children are? They're adults that come in a small, horrible size. As soon as they get to your house, they start right in, tear your rugs, wreck your furniture, break your dishes, set fire to your maid. And then their mother says, "Look at Junior, I wouldn't take anything in the world for him." She doesn't have to worry. She'll never get an offer. Yes, the visiting child is a public relative number one. Have you ever been left alone with one of them and tried to make conversation? What really goes on in your respective minds while you're being nice to each other? Shall we find out? Well, little Walter, my favorite nephew, you've certainly grown into a fine broth of a boy.
Fine broth. Too bad he hasn't got all his noodles.
Thanks, Uncle Jack, and you're looking swell, too. This must be my uncle that died last year.
My, you're such a bright little fellow. Your mother tells me you're the most advanced pupil in your class.
Sure, he's the most advanced. The other kids in the class are only 6, and he's 12.
Yes, Uncle Jack, I have been getting good marks, and that's because I've been going to school every single day. I hope they don't find that trunk I buried with the truant officer in it.
Well, that's wonderful. And what are you going to be when you grow up?
Does he have to grow up?
Well, Daddy wants me to be a doctor, and Mommy says I should be a lawyer. I'll meet him halfway and become a bookie.
Now, Walter, while you're here, I know you're going to have a good time. There's a little boy to play with up the street. Another little boy lives on the corner, and 2 little boys live right next door.
From the look in the kid's eye, I don't dare mention little girls.
That's super, Uncle Jack. I can't wait to meet those little boys. This is murder, no dames.
Walter, I knew you'd turn out to be a sweet little boy. You had to be. You see, before you were born, your mother read the greatest literature, went to the opera, and listened only to the finest symphony music.
Spike Jones must have snuck in there somewhere.
Uncle Jack, you've been so keen to me, I wish I could do something to pay you back. Maybe I ought to give him one of those chocolates with the Mickey Finn centers.
That's very nice. Now, you run upstairs and take a nap. I just wanted to have this little talk with you to make sure you and I are going to become real good friends.
That's right, Uncle Jack.
And now that we are good friends, aren't we, Walter?
Yes, Uncle Jack. Here, have one of my chocolates.
Now here's our lovely young singing star, Trudy Irwin, the one-girl soloist, accompanied by Jerry Fielding and the all-boy orchestra.
I believe in wishing well, and I also believe in a lot of things that Daisy tells. I believe that a four-leaf clover brings lots of luck, lots of joy, lots of happiness. I believe those things. And when it's Christmas, I believe in Santa Claus. Why do I believe? I guess that I believe because I believe that dreams come true. If you wish for the dreams by a wishing well, don't tell the wish or you'll break the spell. It may sound naive, but that's what I believe. Dream by a wishing well. Don't tell the wish or you'll break the spell. It may sound naive, but that's what I believe. Anything worthwhile believing, honey, that's what I believe.
Friends, the other day I tuned in one of those kiddie programs for children, you know. In just 15 minutes, 2 people were shot, 4 poisoned, 1 thrown over a cliff, and 2 were strangled. Then the announcer said, "Good night, kiddies, pleasant dreams." Another kiddie program I heard had a definite psychological twist. It was called Jack Armbuster, All-American Maniac. As a kid, Jack Armbuster started out hitting little girls. Then when he grew up and married, he would hit his wife. And he wasn't even faithful to her because he went around hitting other women, too. It's obvious that these days kids demand psychological motives in their stories. Does this mean that nursery rhymes and fairy tales will have to be rewritten? Is Mother Goose a dead duck? Take a simple nursery rhyme like Jack and Jill. How would it sound given a modern psychological treatment for the children of today? I can almost hear it now. The Strange Case of Jack and Jill.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Jack and Jill found at bottom of hill. Jill dead. Lacerations on body, also crown broken. Police investigating. Read all about it. Extra, extra.
Lieutenant, I've told you over and over I had nothing to do with my wife's death. It was an accident. Please, Lieutenant, let me go home.
You mean you'd leave me alone in this nasty police station? Now, look, friend, we both know you killed your wife. Why don't you confess? Then I can go home to bed, and you can go to the electric chair.
But why would I kill my wife? Everybody knew us as the ideal couple, Jack and Jill.
Why does any man kill his wife? For freedom, jealousy, money? Or because he goes around singing Chibaba Chibaba all the time?
Lieutenant, since you're accusing me of murder, I demand advice of counsel. I insist on calling my lawyer Humpty Dumpty Ginsburg.
Forget the mouthpiece, Joker. I know you killed your wife, and I know just how you did it. All I need to clinch this case is the motive.
I'll never tell you my motive.
Ah, stepped right into that one, didn't you?
No, it's just that I get confused so easily. After all, I'm a new murderer.
That does it, kid. How will you have it, AC or DC?
I didn't do it, I tell you. I didn't do it.
Ah, come now. Tell me, sweetheart, ever hear of a dame called Little Miss Muffet?
Who told you about her?
Never mind. Allow me to read to you from a report I have here. May 19th. Jack seen in company of Little Miss Muffet at Mother Goose's Bar and Grill. According to a witness, Jack spent afternoon of June 1st in home of Little Miss Muffet, sitting with her on her tuffet. Had enough?
Doesn't mean a thing, I tell you. You still can't prove I murdered Jill.
Kid, let me wise you up. Little Miss Muffet is dynamite. You think you were the only one in her life? Dozens of guys ruin their lives for Little Miss Muffet.
You mean there were others who sat on her tuffet?
Others? How do you think Simple Simon got so simple? He's still bouncing around the padded cell.
If I'd only known this.
Well, you know it now, sucker.
And there's nothing left for me. All right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. I was happily married to Jill for 5 years. Then little Miss Muffet moved into the house next door. What a woman she was. I was drawn to her helplessly. Love engulfed us. We were like two flies caught in molasses. And I was the fly with the worried expression. One night I sneaked out of the house and went to see Miss Muffet. We sat there for hours eating her curds and whey. What a cook that woman was. I told her I couldn't live without her. Then I went home. Jill was waiting up for me, her hair done up in curlers, cold cream on her face. She'd taken off her eyelashes for the night. As I turned on the light, she blinked her stumps at me and said,
Jack, where have you been? It's almost 3 o'clock.
Why, darling, you know I always play poker with the boys Sunday night.
You don't know any boys and you can't play poker.
All right, then. I was out bowling with the girls.
Don't lie to me. You've been next door visiting that brazen Muffet hussy.
Well?
Jack, how can you do this to me? I've been a faithful wife. I've worked, I've slaved, I've kept house. And now you openly flaunt your love for this woman. You make me the laughing stock of the neighborhood. How can you do it? How can you? Don't just stand there. Say something.
What else is new?
Jack, you don't really love Miss Muffet. Stop this madness before it's too late.
I can't, Jill. This is the end. You must let me go.
Let you go? I shan't, do you hear? I shan't. I shan't. I shan't.
She stood there, chanting at me. I knew then I was through with Jill. There was something in my mind that made me fickle with women. The year before, it had been little Bo Peep. I thought I loved her, but I threw her over as soon as she lost her sheep. Now it was Miss Muffet, and Jill was in the way. I knew I had to kill her, but could I? After all, she was a human being and a woman. A rare combination. But I had to have Miss Muffet. I worked out a plan. The hill in back of the house, the well on top. If our plumbing was broken, we'd have to go up the hill to fetch a pail of water. I got a hammer and ran to the cellar. I'd broken the plumbing. My plan for murder was working. I felt strong, alive, wet. Then I called to Jill. Sweetly, I said, Oh, Jill, darling, the plumbing's broken. Let's go up the hill to fetch a pail of water. She fell for it. We started up the hill. We got to the top. I pushed her. She fell for it again. You know the rest, Lieutenant. After I pushed her down the hill, I came tumbling after to cover up. Tell me... Tell me, will they send me to the chair?
All I can say, kid, if you own an Eversharp lifetime pen, you got an awful big refund coming.
You've got to understand, Lieutenant, it's not my fault. It goes back to my childhood. We were poor, and when I married Jill, we were still poor. All she had was an old burlap tuffet. Then little Miss Muffet came into my life. I couldn't resist her nylon tuffet.
Too bad. Now you got to pay.
Wait a minute. Give me a break, Lieutenant. You can't let them burn me.
All right, kid. If you haven't got the nerve, there's another way out. In back of this police station, there's a hill.
Yes?
Grab that bucket.
What are you going to do?
Kid, you and I are going up the hill to fetch a pail of water.
Jack Parr will be back in just a moment, but first, Lucky Strike presents The Man Who Knows. The Man Who Knows. The Tobacco Warehouseman.
Mr. Henry Snell, well-known warehouse owner of Lexington, Kentucky, not long ago said,
At auction after auction, I've seen the makers of Lucky Strike buy fine, mild, ripe tobacco.
The Man Who Knows. The Tobacco Buyer.
Top-notch tobacco buyer Charles Gunter of Mount Airy, North Carolina, recently stated,
I've seen the makers of Lucky Strike buy fine tobacco that's really tops in smoking quality. Smoked Lucky's myself for 29 years.
And so it goes with the Man Who Knows, the tobacco expert. Remember, fine tobacco is what counts in a cigarette. And
LSMFT.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
LSMFT.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
So for your own real deep-down smoking enjoyment, that smoke up. So packed, so firm, so fully packed, so firm, and easy on the draw.
In our cast today were Lionel Stander, Florence Hallop, Hans Conried, and Walter Tetley. Tune in next week to the Jack Parr Show with Trudy Irwin, the Page Cavanaugh Trio, Jerry Fielding in the orchestra, yours truly, Hi Averback, and as our special guests, Robert Taft, Harold Stassen, Tom Dewey, General MacArthur, Henry Wallace, General Eisenhower, and Alf Landon.
Come early and pick your own candidate. Good night, everybody.
Don't forget, friends, for the tops in radio entertainment, set your dial to NBC Wednesday night for that thrilling newspaper drama, The Big Story. And on Saturday night, don't miss Your Hit Parade with Martha Tilton, the Pied Pipers, and Your Hit Parade special guest, Dick Haynes.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Parr had a pretty typical career in radio at the time. He worked for a number of small radio stations. In fact, he was in Detroit at WGAR in Detroit when Orson Welles broadcast War of the Worlds. Well, attempting to calm listeners, Parr announced, "The world is not coming to an end, trust me. When have I ever lied to you?" He was drafted in 1943 into the Army. That interrupted his career at the moment. And he went into the USO, entertaining the troops. An MC who almost got himself into trouble. He impersonated senior officers, including Colonel Ralph Parr, who was, he did a lot of stuff in that. So he almost got himself into some real trouble. After World War II, he decided to seek out network radio and film. He had done a couple of big fill-ins. He was on the Breakfast Club show and also Take It or Leave It. Of course, the big prize there was $64. Well, in 1947, Jack Benny remembered his encounters with Jack Parr in the USO and suggested to the American Tobacco Company that he was his 1947 summer replacement. Well, American Tobacco liked the way the show worked, kept him on the air, moved him to ABC for the fall season. And later on, American Tobacco suggested he come up with some sort of weekly running gag, saying he wanted to get away from that kind of old hat comedy by Jack Benny and Fred Allen. Yeah, biting the hand that fed him. And Jack Parr was his own worst enemy in a lot of ways. So he went to work for RKO Studios. He appeared as the MC in a 1948 low-budget compilation of vaudeville sketches, Variety Time. And they had a hard difficulty figuring out what kind of screen characters he could play until one of the executives dubbed him K. Kaiser with warmth. Another compared his leading man appearances with Alan Ladd. He was pleasant enough in movies. They called him back to MC another film vaudeville show, Footlight Varieties, in 1951. And he appeared in the 1950 film Walk Softly, Stranger, starring Joseph Cotton. And he played Marilyn Monroe's boyfriend in the 20th Century Fox film in 1951, Love Nest. And he still did radio work. And he did do one more thing that he ended up doing, the Jack Parr Show on ABC. He described the show as so modest we did it from the basement rumpus room of our house in Bronxville. He did some television work. He performed on the Ed Sullivan Show, hosted a couple of game shows, hosted the morning show on CBS, and the Jack Parr Show, a Monday through Friday 1 to 1:30 Eastern Time program in 1956. Guest starred a couple of times on Polly Bergen's short-lived NBC comedy variety show. And then the big break was when NBC offered Steve Allen his own primetime variety hour. Well, Allen's Tonight Show duties were limited to 3 nights a week, Ernie Kovacs hosting on Mondays and Tuesdays. His workload for this variety show forced him to leave The Tonight Show in 1957. 6 months, NBC decided to do a version of the Today Show late at night. Tonight, America After Dark. The show was a bomb. A big bomb. Well, and cost a lot of money, too, because you had hosts in all these different cities. So they came back to the proven format, revived The Tonight Show, hired Jack Parr, and it became a ratings success. Went as high as advertising sales, $15 million for that hour, 45-minute show. It ran from 11:15 until 1 a.m. And, you know, today that'd be over $160 million. It was initially titled Tonight Starring Jack Parr, but in 1959 it became The Jack Parr Show. And, of course, if you know anything about Parr, you know that he made his own problem again. Network censors viewed a joke about a water closet, which was, toilet. They decided it was not appropriate. Network censors snipped it, and he walked off the program the following evening in protest, leaving Hugh Downs to finish the show. Parr came back 3 weeks later after the network apologized, permitted him to tell the joke, and he finally decided that it was just too much work. He had done it for 5 years, and he ended up leaving. And he later confided to Dick Cavett, leaving the program was the greatest mistake of his life. Near the end of the run of the show, Abel Green of Variety called him the most vivid personality in TV since Milton Berle became Mr. Television, and wrote Parr was the first popular entertainer since the creators of Amos and Andy to change the habits of a nation, influencing sales of TV sets for the bedrooms. They offered him Friday night primetime hour, full control of content and format, and it did okay. But he continued to appear on occasional specials for NBC until 1970. Jack Parr passing away in 2004 at the ripe old age of 85. Jack Parr, who was his own worst enemy, I think from what I just told you, I think you can understand that. 78 years ago, July 13th, 1947, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. If you like the stuff we talk about and the things we bring you, visit our webpage at classicradio.stream. Coming up next, Dr. IQ.
Ladies and gentlemen, last year's traffic death toll was 37,500, a 7% increase over 1950. The National Safety Council believes that the best way to promote safety on the road is for each of us to know and obey traffic laws, to read and heed traffic signs. So be careful. The life you save may be your own.
Now, there are a couple of episodes of Dr. IQ up on YouTube. And one of them's, a couple of them from 1954. And if you watch them, you'll see a number of interesting people and familiar people. But the one from 1958, which aired on ABC television, hosts a fellow you probably know very well, Tom Kennedy, but going as Dr. IQ. So, there you go. Let's hear an episode of the original Dr. IQ radio show going back 83 years, July 13th, 1942, on the road in Kansas City.
We take you now to the stage of the Tower Theater in Kansas City, where Vitamins Plus, the multiple vitamin product recommended by Vicks, makers of Vicks Vapronol and Vicks Vapor Rub, presents Dr. IQ, the mental banker.
Presenting Dr. IQ. Vitamins Plus brings you another half hour of fun with your genial master of wit and information, Dr. IQ, the mental banker. There are thousands upon thousands of you listening in tonight who are taking vitamins because you are tired, nervous, or irritable, losing your precious sparkle and energy, or feeling older than your years and looking as half alive as you feel. Now, if you're one of these people suffering from vitamin shortage, if you are taking a vitamin product containing 1, 2, 3, or more vitamins, try Vitamins Plus, because Vitamins Plus gives you 6 all-important vitamins you must have to enjoy good, vigorous health. When you take Vitamins Plus, you get the benefits of all these 6 essential health-giving vitamins, A and D, C, B1, G, and niacin. And Vitamins Plus gives you even more, additional elements of the B complex and iron. Now, if you are taking a vitamin product containing 1, 2, 3, or more vitamins, or if you need to take vitamins, try fortifying your daily diet with Vitamins Plus. Start taking only 2 tiny capsules of Vitamins Plus just once a day. Then see if you don't soon enjoy renewed energy, a renewed interest in life. See if you don't feel better, and as a result, look better. You can now get a box of Vitamins Plus for only 75 cents. Be sure to ask for it by name, Vitamins Plus. Remember, life begins with Vitamins Plus. And now, here is that wise man with a friendly smile and the cash for your correct answers, Dr. IQ. Thank you, Mr. Anthony. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My assistants are stationed throughout the audience with portable microphones to enable members of the theater audience to remain in their seats while answering the questions I ask from the stage. And now may I introduce my assistants. Webb Whitmer on my right downstairs.
Thank you, Doctor.
Fred Weingart in the center aisle downstairs.
Thank you, Doctor.
John Yost on my left downstairs.
Thank you, Doctor.
Pat Dunn in the right balcony.
Thank you, Doctor.
Ken Barton in the center balcony.
Thank you, Doctor.
Johnson Holtz in the
Thank you,
left
Doctor.
balcony. And so to our first contestant on tonight's program from Kansas City, and we call on Webb Whitmer on my right downstairs.
I have a lady, Doctor.
17 silver dollars to that lady for this one. In America, we record the date of the treacherous attack on Pearl Harbor by the Japanese as December 7th, 1941. Because of the position of the international dateline, what date is recorded by the inhabitants of the Philippine Islands as being the date of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor? Was it December 6th, the 7th, or the 8th?
The 8th.
The 8th of December. Pay that lady 17 silver dollars.
Your name and address, please.
Mrs. O.O. Kiefer, Lakeview Street, Parkville, Missouri.
Thank you. Congratulations as our first winner on tonight's program from Kansas City, Missouri, and it's Fred Weingart in the center aisle downstairs.
I have a lady, Doctor.
Up to June 1st, only 4 men in the United States held a Golden C Award. I'll give you 28 silver dollars if you can tell me what occupation a person must be in to win a Golden C Award. No prompting, please.
Navy?
In the Navy? No, I'm sorry. I think you'd find it in gliding. The glider must fly 185 miles and reach an altitude of 10,000 feet in motorless planes, the award being made by the Soaring Society. But a box of Vitamins Plus to that lady, and 2 tickets for next week's production of Tower Theater in Kansas City, Missouri. John Yost on my left downstairs.
I have a gentleman, Doctor.
1 month ago, President Roosevelt merged the OGR, the COI, and the OFF with the OEM's Division of Information into a single Office of War Information.
This new office is headed by a man who has been a newspaper man for more than a decade and a well-known and respected radio news analyst for the last 4 years. I'll give you 21 silver dollars if you can tell me his name.
Elmer Davis.
Elmer Davis, 21 silver dollars to that gentleman.
Your name and address, please. William J. McGuirk, 4935 Truce, Kansas City.
Thank you. Congratulations as our second winner on tonight's program. Now, Pat Dunn in the right balcony.
I have a gentleman in the standing audience, Doctor.
One of the architectural wonders of the world is a marble structure known as the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'll give that gentleman in the standing audience 15 silver dollars if he can tell me within 2 how many stories high this famous Italian building is. 5 seconds, please. No problem. 16. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not quite within 2. I think you'd find it 8. 8 stories high. But a box of vitamins plus to that gentleman and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater in Kansas City. Now we go to Ken Barton in the center balcony.
I have a young lady here, Doctor.
In the popular childhood story of Peter Rabbit, besides Peter Rabbit himself, there were 3 other youngsters in the family. I'll give you 9 silver dollars if you can recall their names.
Fluffy,
All right.
Mopsy,
All right.
and
Flopsy, Mopsy, and...
Popsy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you'd find it Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. But you got 2 of them, so 6 silver dollars to that young lady.
Jones Sue Reed, 208 East Miami, Paola, Kansas.
Thank you. Congratulations, and thanks for being with us tonight. Now, Thompson Holtz in the left balcony.
I have a gentleman, Doctor.
27 silver dollars to that gentleman for this one. 2 years ago, when a 2-ocean navy for the United States was first planned, 5 60,000-ton capital ships went into the blueprint stage as the bulwark of the bill. The bill has been changed somewhat, and as it now stands, it practically calls for a 5-ocean navy. Can you tell me how many capital ships, that is, battleships, the bill now proposes to be constructed?
None.
None. The bill now provides the steel that was to go into the capital ships be used for aircraft carriers, cruisers, and smaller ships. 27 silver dollars to that gentleman.
Your name and address, please.
Dean Southard, Abilene, Kansas.
Thank you. Congratulations, and thanks for being with us tonight. Now, Webb Whitmer on my right downstairs.
I have a private in the Signal Corps, Doctor.
16 silver dollars to that soldier for this one. 16 ounces make a pound. How many fluid ounces does it take to make a pint? No problem. 8. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I think you'd find it 16. 16 fluid ounces to a pint. But a box of vitamins plus to that soldier and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater in Kansas City. Fred Weingarten, the center aisle downstairs.
I have a sailor here, Doctor.
For tonight's program, the clues for our biographical sketch of a famous personality were sent in by Mr. Leland C. Dasher, Rural Route 4, Lincoln, Illinois. The judges could choose only the single answer they felt was presented in the most interesting manner, but since a number of you suggested the same personality, the makers of Vitamins Plus are sending a box of Vitamins Plus to each of the other contestants sending in his sketch last week before midnight Thursday on the personality chosen for tonight. For using his information, Vitamins Plus is sending Mr. Dasher a check for $250. Now, if you, sir, can correctly identify the personality I'm describing after the first clue is given, I'll pay you 75 silver dollars. Of course, the longer it takes you to identify him, the less your reward. But if your reward decreases, we will add all that you missed to the $250 Mr. Dasher will receive. Are you ready now for clue number 1?
Ready, Doctor.
75 silver dollars to that sailor if he gets it. He was born November 30th, 1874. His grandfather was the Duke of Marlborough, and his mother was the daughter of an American newspaper publisher. No prompting, please. There's your first clue.
All right, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry. $60 upon graduation from Sandhurst, England's West Point. He entered the Army for 2 years. While serving on the front lines in Cuba, India, and the Sudan, he gathered valuable material for 2 brilliant books. That's your second clue. 5 seconds. No prompting, please.
I don't know.
All right, $50. While serving as a lieutenant and newspaper correspondent during the Boer War, he deliberately jumped train in order to help some wounded soldiers escape. He was imprisoned by the Boers, but made a daring escape.
Metro?
No, thanks for trying. $40. After returning to England, he was elected to the House of Commons in 1900. He has been in and out of English politics ever since, sometimes as a conservative and sometimes in the Liberal Party. No prompting, please.
I don't know.
Right, the next clue pays $30. During the First World War, he was First Lord of the Admiralty until he was ousted in 1915 because of his policies. Then going on frontline duty as a lieutenant colonel, he once again covered himself with glory. 5 seconds, please.
I still don't know.
Oh, $25. Since then, he has returned to politics and held such important posts as head of the Colonial Office, Minister of Munitions, and Chancellor of the Exchequer. $25. No prompting.
All right, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry. $20. In 1940, after Chamberlain's policy of appeasement had so dismally failed, he was made Prime Minister of England. His driving spirit led Britain to a dogged recovery after the disaster at Dunkirk.
Churchill.
All right, Prime Minister Winston Churchill. $20 silver to that sailor.
Your name and address, please. N.B. Prim, Nevada, Missouri.
Thank you. Congratulations, and $20 silver to that sailor. Consequently, $305 silver will be sent to Mr. Leland C. Dasher of Rural Route 4, Lincoln, Illinois, for sending in the winning sketch on Prime Minister Winston Churchill. A box of Vitamins Plus will be sent to each of you also sending in a sketch on Prime Minister Churchill last week before midnight Thursday. If you would like to enter our biographical contest, simply send in a brief sketch of a famous personality with the front page of the booklet you will find inside any box of Vitamins Plus. And don't forget, you can now get a box of Vitamins Plus for only 75 cents. The judges will select the most interesting entry sent in this week, from which Dr. IQ will formulate the clues and award the winning contestant $250. We will add to that $250 whatever amount the theater contestant fails to win from a $75 award in trying to identify the personality. All entries become the property of Vitamins Plus, and the decision of the judges will be final. Entries must be postmarked not later than midnight Thursday to be eligible for the following broadcast. And remember, each week is a separate contest. Entries sent in prior to this week are not eligible for this week's contest. Address your entries to Dr. IQ, 919 North Michigan, Chicago, Illinois. And remember, when you ask for Vitamins Plus by that name, you get the 6 important vitamins A and D, C, B1, G, niacin, additional elements of the B complex, and also iron. Now, here is Dr. IQ. Thanks, Alan C. Anthony. Back to our questions. John Yost on my left downstairs.
I have a lady, Doctor.
To a sailor in the United States Navy, an ash can means something else besides a receptacle for ashes. I'll give you $12 silver if you can tell me what an ash can means in sailor slang. No prompting, please. 5 seconds. An ash can.
Oh, you got me now.
Oh. You want to try?
I don't know much about the Navy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you find an ash can is a depth charge. Because of the shape, it's called an ash can, a depth charge or a depth bomb. But a box of Vitamins Plus to that lady, and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater in Kansas City. Now, Pat down in the right balcony.
I have a lady, Doctor.
$125 United States war bond for the answer to this one. What agency of the government is specifically charged with the protection of the life of the President of the United States?
The Bureau of Investigation.
The Federal Bureau
of Investigation.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you'd find it the Secret Service under the Treasury Department. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is under the Attorney General. The Justice Department is not specifically charged with the protection of the President. But a box of Vitamins Plus to that lady, and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater in Kansas City. Ken Barton in the center balcony.
I have a soldier here, Doctor.
The distance between bases of a baseball diamond or infield is 90 feet. I'll give you $18 silver if you can tell me the number of square feet in the diamond. 5 seconds, please.
360 square feet.
Oh, I'm sorry, soldier. No, I think you'd find it 8,100 square feet. It's 90 by 90. You see, a baseball diamond is really square. So to get the square feet, you would simply multiply the distance between the bases, 90 feet, times 90 is 8,100 square feet. But a box of Vitamins Plus to that soldier, and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater in Kansas City. Now, Thompson Holt from the left balcony.
I have a lady here, Doctor.
I'll pay that lady $5 silver for each state that she can name that borders on the Mississippi River. There are 10 in all, and I'll give her $65 silver if she names them all.
Missouri.
Missouri.
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Ohio.
I'm sorry, I can't accept Ohio.
Indiana.
Indiana, I'm sorry, I can't accept that one. No prompting, please.
Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Tennessee.
Tennessee? 5 seconds, please. Got half of them?
Illinois,
Illinois?
Indiana,
No, I still can't
Wisconsin.
accept Indiana.
Alabama,
No, I'm sorry. I can't take Alabama. You got 6 of them. I'm sorry. I'm afraid our time's up. I think you'd find the complete list would be Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. But you got 6 of them, so 30 silver dollars to that lady.
Your name and address, please.
Vivian Pecoraro, 508 South Quincy, Kansas City, Missouri.
Thank you. Congratulations to you. And now Webb Whitmer on my right downstairs.
I have a gentleman, Doctor.
19 silver dollars to that gentleman for this question. The chief of the German-American Bund was arrested recently in Mexico at the request of U.S. authorities. Wednesday, he faces trial on espionage charges in Hartford, Connecticut. Can you tell me his name? No prompting, please. 5 seconds, please, sir. 3 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry. I think you'd find it Erhard Wilhelm Kunz, Kunz. But a box of vitamins plus to that gentleman and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater in Kansas City. Fred Weingarten, the center aisle downstairs.
I have a lady, Doctor.
I'm sure you remember the old song, Darling Nellie Gray. I'll give you 8 silver dollars if you can tell me in which of the 48 states Nellie lived. No prompting, please. Darling Nellie Gray. It's in the words of the song. No prompting. Time's almost up.
Remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you'd find it, remember, there's a low green valley on the old Kentucky shore, the state of Kentucky. But a box of vitamins plus to that lady and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater in Kansas City. Once more, we come to the right and wrong portion of the program now, in which members of the theater audience will answer yes or no on their tally cards to the 6 right and wrong statements sent in last week by the radio audience. We take pleasure in announcing that only one person in this theater audience marked her tally card correctly last week. Mrs. J.D. Berry of 620 Henry Street, Excelsior Springs, Missouri. Congratulations, Mrs. Berry. You've been sent a check in the amount of $100. Since last week's Mastermind Award was $100. Now, I'll give you the correct answers to last week's right and wrong statements, and in just a moment, Mr. Anthony will tell you and our radio audience how you may win $200. These are the answers to last week's statements. The palm branch is used as an emblem of victory. Old-fashioned tin-type pictures were made on thin strips of iron. When the moon is at the quarter, 1/2 of the disk is illuminated. There is no legal barrier to prevent the President of the United States from spending a major portion of his time elsewhere than in Washington. 1 ton of completely usable scrap iron can replace 5, not 10 tons of raw materials. And the famous Smithsonian Institute in Washington was not originally a branch of an educational institution in England. Now, those of you in the radio audience who would like to win $200 by furnishing the right and wrong statements, which the theater audience will answer next week, may hear the rules of the contest if you'll listen closely to Mr. Anthony.
You may win $200 by furnishing the 6 statements to be answered yes or no by the theater audience next week. You may send in as many sets of 6 statements as you wish, but be sure to include the front page of the booklet. You will find inside a box of Vitamins Plus with each set of 6 statements you send in. The winner will be announced next Monday night, and your check will be mailed by that time. All entries become the property of Vitamins Plus, and the decision of the judges will be final. Entries to be used next Monday night must be postmarked not later than midnight Thursday. Address your entries to Dr. I.Q., 919 North Michigan, Chicago, Illinois. At any drug and department store, you can now get a box of Vitamins Plus for only 75 cents. And remember, Vitamins Plus gives you the important vitamins A and D, C, B1, G, and niacin, and also iron. Now again, here is Dr. I.Q.
Thanks, Alan Anthony. The contestant sending the winning set of right and wrong statements selected for tonight's program is Mrs. E.G. Culver, C-U-L-V-E-R, of 910 Fifth Avenue, Bay City, Michigan. Congratulations. Vitamins Plus has mailed you a check in the amount of $200. And here are the statements. I shall repeat each statement. Number 1. Distemper is a special paint mixture used by artists. Distemper is a special paint mixture used by artists. Number 2. Tecumseh was a brigadier general in the British Army during the War of 1812. Tecumseh was a brigadier general in the British Army during the War of 1812. Number 3. The Catherine Archipelago in the northern Pacific belongs to Russia. The Catherine Archipelago in the northern Pacific belongs to Russia. Number 4. The Jerusalem artichoke is a root of the common sunflower. The Jerusalem artichoke is a root of the common sunflower. Number 5, the kings of Denmark and Norway are brothers. The kings of Denmark and Norway are brothers. Number 6, the ore bauxite is the principal source of mercury for commercial purposes. The ore bauxite is the principal source of mercury for commercial purposes. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly pass those tally cards toward the center aisles as quickly and as quietly as possible in order that we may continue with the regular portion of our program as rapidly as possible when we call on John Yost on my left downstairs.
I have a soldier in the standing audience, Doctor.
13 silver dollars to that soldier in the standing audience. If the audience will give us a real break now on this soldier, let him hear the question now, quiet as possible. The equator crosses Africa. What other continental mainland does it cross? No prompting, please. 5 seconds.
Australia.
Australia? No, I'm sorry. I think you'd find it South America. South America. But a box of vitamins plus to that soldier and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater in Kansas City. Now, Pat Dunn in the right balcony.
I have a gentleman, Doctor.
Here's one to test your powers of concentration. Listen closely as I cannot repeat this question. A man who was very absent-minded failed to pay his bills on time. One morning he received notices informing him that his lights would be turned off. His water would be cut off. His telephone would be disconnected. The milk would not be left anymore. And the gas would be shut off if he didn't pay his bills by noon. His wife was furious at his carelessness, and he faithfully promised that he'd take care of them all that morning. He paid the light company, the water company, the dairy company, and the gas company. When he got home that night, his wife was practically speechless with fury. Now, I'll give you 19 silver dollars if you can tell me without prompting which bill he forgot to pay.
The water bill.
The water bill? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I think you'll find it the telephone bill. But a box of vitamins plus to that gentleman and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater. Now, Ken Barton in the center balcony.
I have a lady here, Doctor.
A book called Aids to Scouting was written many years ago to train British soldiers in guerrilla fighting against the Boers. A rewrite of this book is the manual of a famous youth organization. I'll pay you 15 silver dollars if you can tell me the name of that organization. 5 seconds, please. 5 seconds, please. No prompting. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, a half. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll have to call time. You'd find it the Boy Scouts. The rewrite is called the Boy Scout Manual. But a box of vitamins plus to that lady and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater. Now, Thompson Holtz in the left balcony.
I have a gentleman here, Doctor.
Once more, we come to that little monument to memory, the Thought Twister, which I'll say one time and one time only. If you can repeat it after me exactly as I say it, 35 silver dollars will be winging your way. Are you ready for the Thought Twister? Yes. Ready? All right, here it is. Everyone be quiet. Give our contestant a real chance. Mary Perry is very wary, said Carrie to Larry. Mary Perry is very wary, Carrie. To her, said Larry.
Mary wary is very wary to Harry.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I think you'd find it, Mary Perry is very wary, said Carrie to Larry. Mary Perry is very wary, Carrie to her, said Larry. But a box of vitamins plus a nice round of applause for a good try and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater. Now, Webb Whitmer on my right downstairs.
I have a lady, Doctor.
Flying Fortresses have gained an enviable reputation for their performance in this war. I'll give you 22 silver dollars if you can tell me what aircraft manufacturing company owns the trademark rights to the term Flying Fortress. No prompting, please. 5 seconds.
Can't think of it.
A famous company. 3 seconds.
I can't think of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you'll find it Boeing, the Boeing Aircraft Company. But a box of vitamins plus to that lady and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater. Now, Fred Weingarth in the center aisle downstairs.
I have a gentleman, Doctor.
23 silver dollars to that gentleman for this one. There are 3 naval bases which our Navy Department calls its Strategic Triangle, providing for American control of the Eastern Pacific Ocean. 2 of these bases are Pearl Harbor and San Francisco. Can you tell me the 3rd naval base in this triangle?
San Diego.
San Diego? No, I'm sorry, sir. I think you'd find it Dutch Harbor. Recently, the first objective of North America proper to be bombed from the air. Dutch Harbor in Alaska. But a box of vitamins plus to that, gentleman, and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater. John Yost on my left downstairs.
I have a lady, Doctor.
14 silver dollars to that lady for this one. Last year's winner of the National Professional Tennis Championship Tournament was not able to play this year. He hurt his arm on the opening night of last year's professional barnstorming tour and still does not have full use of that arm. Can you tell me his name? No prompting, please.
I'm sorry, Doctor. I'm not familiar with sports of any kind.
I'm awfully sorry, ma'am. I think you'd find it Perry. Fred Perry. But a box of vitamins plus to that lady and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater. Now, Pat's down in the right balcony.
I have a chief yeoman in the maritime service, Doctor.
Well, we'll pay that gentleman 25 silver dollars for all of this one. Just before Winston Churchill's visit to the United States, the White House had a visitor whose presence was kept an absolute secret until he left. He was a high personage in Russia. 9 silver dollars if you tell me his name, and 25 silver dollars if you tell me both his name and the position he holds with the Russian government. 5 seconds, please. No prompting. All right, sir. Time's almost up.
Molotov.
All right, Molotov is the man's name. You've earned $9 now. His position in Russia. No prompting, please. Molotov.
He's Minister of...
Minister of what? You've got it, I think.
I know what it
I think
has to do with the war effort.
All right, it has to
and
do...
And the materials and so forth.
Well, all right,
I can't think of the name of it.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I think you'd find him commissar. He was the Soviet foreign commissar. But you got half of that question, so 9 silver dollars to that gentleman.
Your name and address, please. Your name and address, please.
Chief Yeoman Jack Hinton, United States Maritime Service, 520 Admiral, Kansas City, Missouri.
Thank you. Congratulations to you. Now, Ken Barton in the center balcony.
I have a gentleman here, Doctor.
Prince Albert, Duke of York, is no longer known by that name. I'll give you 21 silver dollars if you can tell me the name by which he is now known. No prompting, please. Prince Albert, Duke of York. 5 seconds.
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Oh, I'm sorry, too. I think you'll find it King George VI of England, the King of England. But a box of vitamins plus to that gentleman in the center balcony and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater. Now, Thompson Holtz in the left balcony.
I have a lady here, Doctor.
13 silver dollars to that lady if she can tell me the temperature of the normal adult human mouth. Is it approximately 89 6/10 degrees Fahrenheit? Is it 98 6/10 degrees Fahrenheit? Or is it 96 8/10 degrees Fahrenheit?
96.
96? Oh, I'm sorry. I think you'll find it 98 6/10 degrees Fahrenheit. But a box of vitamins plus to that lady and 2 tickets to next week's production here at the Tower Theater. And now, here's a question for Alan C. Anthony. What is Vitamins Plus? I'll give you just 75 seconds to answer that question, Mr. Anthony.
Vitamins Plus is not a pill. It's not a tablet. It's an easy-to-take capsule in which the effectiveness of 6 all-important health-giving vitamins and iron is preserved by a scientific process. And every man, woman, and child must have these 6 vitamins to enjoy good, vigorous health. Tonight, there are countless thousands of men and women who are taking a vitamin product containing 1, 2, 3, or more vitamins because they feel tired and listless. They're nervous and irritable and looking as dull and uninteresting as they feel. These people, as well as you men and women who need to take vitamins but are not taking them, should try fortifying their daily diet with Vitamins Plus. When you take Vitamins Plus, you get the benefits of vitamins A and D, C, B1, G, and niacin. And Vitamins Plus gives you more. Additional elements of the B complex and iron. Now, let me repeat. If you are taking a vitamin product containing 1, 2, 3, or more vitamins, or if you need to take vitamins because you are losing your natural sparkle and energy, try taking 2 tiny capsules of Vitamins Plus once a day. Then after 30 days, check up on yourself. See if you don't soon feel better, enjoy renewed energy, renewed interest in life. Remember, life begins with Vitamins Plus.
Dr. IQ program, sponsored by Vitamins Plus, will be heard next Monday night from the stage of the Tower Theater in Kansas City over these same stations and at this same time. Vitamins Plus is the multiple vitamin product recommended by Vicks, makers of Vicks Vaporinol and Vicks Vapor Rub. Alan C. Anthony speaking. This program came to you from Kansas City.
The show aired for 20 years on radio, on NBC for much of it. In 1953, it moved to ABC radio and television, 1953 to 1959. And the show stayed around quite a bit. It was, as we said, the 1953 version, there's one episode of that from 1954, in which at that time they said Lou Valentine was the host, and then Tom Kennedy on television as well, hosting the show at the tail end, the 1958 to 1959 time period on television. Dr. IQ, going back to World War II. You notice that the first question was asked, right? From 83 years ago, July 13th, 1942. We're going to stay on that date for a moment and see what's going on in Pine Ridge, Arkansas, and the Black Pelican and Lum and Abner.
Americans have always been noted for their know-how. And you young men in search of a career, you can put this practical talent to excellent use in one of our nation's many engineering schools. At the present time, we need engineers. We need them to maintain our scientific and engineering superiority. So look to your future, to America's future. Plan now to become an engineer.
A number of you have asked, when are we coming back to radio? And the bottom line is, shows like today prove that we can't really go back to radio because we can't have the flexibility to go into the depth and detail that we've talked about today on these shows. And that's a lot of the reason why we left radio and all of the extra work that we had to do to actually make radio work. And so we're just going to be on the podcast from here on out. And now we're going to stay on that date that we were at, July 13th, 1942, and hear an episode of Lum and Abner from 83 years ago today.
The makers of Alka-Seltzer bring you Lum and Abner. I wonder, folks, when you've had an unusually busy day and your head aches and a touch of acid indigestion's adding to your misery, you ever think of Alka-Seltzer? Well, I hope you do, because this is just one of the many times that you'll be glad you have a package of Alka-Seltzer tablets in your home. You'll really welcome the fast relief that Alka-Seltzer offers for the headaches, sour, upset stomach, and the nervous indigestion that sometimes follow a busy, hectic day. Try it, won't you? The next time, drink a glass of sparkling, refreshing Alka-Seltzer and just see how much better it can make you feel fast. Now, if you do not have a package of these modern effervescent tablets in your home now, get one quickly at any drugstore. Have Alka-Seltzer's soothing relief ready when you want it. And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, there seems to be an epidemic of people disappearing in Pine Ridge. Not long after Elizabeth and little Pearl disappeared from Abner's household, a strange woman came to town and disappeared as suddenly as she appeared, leaving her baby in Lum and Abner's store. And now the baby, too, has vanished. A second note from the Black Pelican warning them again not to communicate with the police in regard to the baby has only served to confuse the old fellows. As we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in their jot-em-down store and library. Lum is talking on the telephone. Listen.
No, Mousie, I don't want you to track down the Black Pelican for me. Just tell me if you found any clues about the baby. You ain't, huh? Well, that's all I wanted to know. Yeah, goodbye, Mousie. Huh? No, I don't want a report on the Black Pelican. Goodbye.
Ain't found out nothing about the baby, huh?
No? Well, Granny's, I don't know where else to look, Abner. Looks like the little feller's gone for good, don't it?
Well, he might turn up again, Lum. You never can tell.
Well, I don't know how. Somebody's taking him. And if they's going to bring him back, they'd have brung him back by now.
Yeah, well, maybe his mama got lonesome for him, so she just borrowed him for a couple of days.
Oh, no. If it was her, she would have just told us about it. Ain't no sense in a mama stealing her own young. She could have just come here and got him. We'd have give him back to her.
Yeah, I reckon that's right. Well, maybe he just crawled out of his crib by himself and sort of won.
That couldn't be it. We would have found him by now if he'd have done that.
Yeah.
Couldn't have went further. Besides, the only way he could get out of his crib is to fall out, and we would have heard him do that.
Yeah, well, I don't know what else to suggest. But I believe he'll come back. You keep telling me Elizabeth and little Pearl will come back, and they've been missing longer than the baby has.
Well, that's different. They're growed up to where they know where their home's at, how to get back to it.
Yeah.
Little Lum's just a baby.
Well, yeah, who'd you say?
You know who I said, Little Lum.
You mean little Charlie Abner?
I do not.
Or Abner Charlie, I don't know which way I like it best.
Well, it don't matter which way, 'cause neither one of them's his name.
How?
I've decided definite on calling him Little Lum. Seems to fit him better.
It don't know such a thing. I ain't gonna sit here now and let him go through life with such a name as Little Lum. I'll do might nigh anything before I let that happen to him.
Well, all right then, Abner. We won't name him that. But we ain't gonna name him Abner neither, I can tell you that right now.
Well, what's wrong with Abner for a name?
I just don't like it, that's all.
Oh?
We'll compromise by naming him after either one of us.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just compromise. We'll call him Charlie.
No, we ain't gonna call him Charlie.
Well, that ain't named him after either one of us. Neither me or you's got that name.
I know that, but wait a minute. There ain't no point in arguing about naming a baby that we ain't got no more.
Huh?
Granny, I'd be willing to name him anything if we could just get him back. I was sort of getting used to having him around, you know what, Abner?
Yeah.
I just thought the world and all of that little fellow.
Oh, he's cute. Well, Lum, if we do get him back, let's just say if we do, would you be willing to name him Abner Charlie?
Well, I don't know. I'd hate to do it, but yeah, I believe... Wait a minute. That's our ring. Might be something about the baby right now.
Yeah, well, answer my question now, would you, Lum?
Well, wait a minute, Abner.
Oh, Dad, blame it.
Hello, jot 'em down, store and library. Lum Edder's talking. Who? Oh, howdy, Cedric. Yeah, he's here. Just a minute. Here, Cedric wants to talk to you, Abner.
Never said what he wanted, did he?
No?
Oh.
Here.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, what is it, Cedric? Why, of course I'm here at the store. This is me talking, ain't it? Why, no, I ain't home. Now, what gives you a silly idea like that?
That boy gets himself more mixed up than everyone you me ever know.
Well, for the land's sake. What, did you look in the window or anything? Well, I do know.
What is it, Abner?
Yeah, well, sort of keep eye on the place for me, Cedric. Don't get caught or nothing, no.
What is it, Abner?
Yeah, well, much obliged for calling. Yeah, let me know if you see anything else. All right, Cedric. Goodbye.
What happened?
It's that black pelican. That's who it is, Lum. I know that's who it is.
Well, what's he done?
Well, I don't know exactly, but Cedric just drove by my place a little bit ago and he seen the back door open.
Well, maybe you left it open yourself.
No, I never neither. I keep that thing locked all the time. Inside, Cedric saw the door closed just as he was going by there. So he got out of his car and snuck up to the house and peeked in the window there.
And what did he see?
Nothing, not a thing in the world. Doggy, that pelican feller must be a ghost, Lum.
Oh, there ain't no such thing as a ghost, Abner.
Well, whatever he is, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to call the police department at the county seat.
Now, wait a minute, Abner. You can't do that.
Well, I'm going to do it anyway. There's too many curious things going on around here to suit me.
How do you know it was the black pelican, though?
That's bound to be who it is. He's the one that's doing all this stuff around here. First Elizabeth and little Pearl disappears, and then that woman left her baby here with us, and then she disappeared, and, well, now the baby's gone. I dog, if we ain't careful, it's going to be might nigh half of this town disappear before we know what's going on around here.
Yeah, I'll admit there's some mighty peculiar things happening, but don't forget what the Black Pelican said about getting in touch with the police.
I don't care what he said, Lum. I ain't going to sit here and let him get away with nothing more, I'll tell you that.
Well, he wrote us a note and warned us again doing that.
I know he did, but I don't care. I'm going to report him anyway. And if he's did any harm to Elizabeth and little Pearl, I'll never in this world be able to forgive myself for sitting back and not turning him in before this.
Well, I know he ain't did no harm to them, Abner.
Well, he might have. You don't know, Lum. I tell you, Lum, I've just got to find out where they're at and get them back. I've just got to do it. That's all there are to it.
Well, I know how you feel, Abner, natural, but if you call the police, there ain't no telling what might happen to the baby. And us, too.
I don't care. Elizabeth and Pearl means too much to me, Lum, to sit around here and not do nothing. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm going to call them up and report him.
Get away from that telephone.
I'm going to call the police now. I'll get that Black Pelican if it's the last thing I ever do.
Abner, give me that receiver.
Let go, Lum. Now, don't hang it up, Lum. Oh.
There. Now, don't do that again, Abner.
Well, Lum, we can't just let that Black Pelican fella run loose. There's no telling what he might do around here next. Everybody in this town's life's in danger as long as that fella's running loose.
Listen, Abner, if you'll just calm down for a second, I'll tell you something.
Well, I ain't got time to listen to nothing.
Sit down there and listen to me.
Oh, Dad, blame it. I got to do something to protect Elizabeth, Lum. Got to get her away from that pelican now. That's all there are to it.
Well, the pelican ain't got her.
Well, how do you know he ain't?
Because I know who the Black Pelican is.
Well, you know who he is?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
I weren't aiming on telling you this, Abner, but I can see right now I've got to do it.
Well, who is it, Lum? Is it somebody here in this town? Tell me who it is, Lum. Who is it?
Yeah. The fact is, it's somebody right here in this store.
In the store? Oh, my goodness. Get me a club. Hand me that broom there. Whereabouts is it? Let me at him. Well, come on out.
Wait a minute.
Double dog dare you to come out.
Take it easy, Abner, and don't get no club.
Huh?
You're looking at the Black Pelican right now. It's me.
You?
Yeah. That's right. It's me.
Well, for the land. What have you did with Elizabeth, Lum?
I ain't done nothing with her. All I done was write them notes we got.
You mean that you was the one that wrote them notes that we got from the Black Pelican?
Yes, sir. I admit it sounds sort of silly now, but it was the only way I could study up to keep the baby.
Is that why you done it?
Yeah, I reckon I just hated to come right out and admit how much I wanted to keep little
Little who?
The baby.
Oh.
You recollect that day we both agreed we'd take him to the county seat and turn him over to the police?
Yeah, sure, I recollect that.
Well, when I went out to the feed room to get him ready for the trip, I got this idea. So I wrote that first note. And I slipped out the back door and went around the front and stuck the note in the front screen door while you and Cedric was talking in here.
Well, I do know. I never seen you do that.
Well, I was awful careful to see that you never seen me.
Was you the one that put that $10 bill in that second note?
Yeah, I done that because I feared you'd get to thinking we was spending too much money on on the baby, and then you'd want to get shut of it.
Oh, is that what you figured?
I knowed how upset you'd been over Elizabeth being gone and all, and I never didn't know whether you actually wanted us to keep the baby or not.
No.
But I reckon I went to a lot of trouble for nothing, because he's gone now anyway. More than likely we won't never see him again. He was such a cute little feller, too. Yeah?
You want to know something?
What do you mean, know something about what?
Well, you won't get mad at me, will you, Lum?
Get mad at you?
Yeah.
Now, what have you done now?
Well, now, you promise me you won't get mad now, Lum.
Well, all right, but it better not be nothing serious. What is it?
Do you know what's out at the Pomeroy place?
Pomeroy place?
Yeah.
You mean out the edge of town here?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of a question is that?
Well, answer me. Do you know?
Well, of course not. I never get way out there where they live at.
Well, I'll tell you. It's the baby.
The baby's out the Pomeroy's place?
Yeah, little Charlie.
Well, how in the world did he get out there?
I had Cedric take him out there.
Had Cedric? You did?
Yeah, I hid him out there because I was afraid that Black Pelican would take him away from us, or else you'd change your mind and take him into the county seat and turn him over to the police.
You was afraid I'd do that?
Yeah, I weren't sure where you actually wanted to keep the baby or not, Lum.
Well, I do know.
I reckon I went to a lot of trouble for nothing, too.
Abner?
Yeah?
You know, a couple of silly old fellers like me and you oughtn't to be raising no baby.
No, I reckon you're right, Lum.
We ain't actual fit for the job.
No, come right down to it, we ain't.
But Grannies, I'd like to see anybody try and stop us doing it.
Friends, most of you have heard and read a great deal about vitamins. Many of you are now taking them. No doubt a lot of you feel that you should get more vitamins than you're getting in your food. But what vitamins and how much? Well, all the vitamins are essential, but according to recent surveys, the average American diet is especially deficient in the B-complex vitamins. Now, these days, when we're all working harder, taxing nerves and digestion, and using up energy as never before, it's certainly no time to be having a B-complex deficiency. For without enough of these vitamins, your digestion may become upset, or you may become irritable and jumpy, or you may simply not feel as well generally as you should. Well, why run the risk of a vitamin B-complex deficiency and what it can do to you, when now there's such an easy, economical, pleasant way to avoid it? The answer to your problem is One-A-Day brand vitamin B-complex tablets. You'll find One-A-Day brand vitamin tablets truly economical because, and please remember this, just one tablet a day is all you take. Yet this one tablet is so high in vitamin content that it offers you your minimum daily requirements of all the B-complex vitamins. Those requirements have been established. So for true convenience and real economy, just ask your druggist for One-A-Day brand vitamin B-complex tablets right away, will you? Remember, the brand with the big one on the package is the one to look for.
The old boys may not be the brightest in the world, but boy, they do have big hearts, don't they? 83 years ago, July 13th, 1942, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. On tomorrow's podcast for our Monday edition, Gerald Moore and the Adventures of Philip Marlowe and the Dear Dead Days, Escape from 1949, The Drums of the Fore and Aft. 1938 episode of Calling All Cars from 87 years ago, The Case of the Man Who Talked, and the Stan Freberg Show from 1957, along with more about Lum and Abner. Have yourself a great day. Visit us at classicradio.stream, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.